Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. We are here with the team from Bethesda ANZ. We are making some deliciousness. Damn me. Holy heck. So Necrom comes out on Monday. So we've got 2 streams today and Monday stream. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna be making 2 of the recipes that I created for the game. One today and one on Monday. I'm very excited for. Today we're doing kwama egg quiche. So probably the best quiche I've ever made, ever. Exceed and I made it and shot it last week, the week before. And oh my gosh, the crumbly, flaky pastry with this nice bacon, tomato, egg, cheese quiche is just divine. You can make it vegetarian, just omit the bacon, or you can add tofu. Heaps of opportunities for creation, but it's so good. How you doing? Travel mug and bottle arrived yesterday. Highly recommend for anyone looking. My coffee is still piping hot 2 hours later. I know, it's so good. Thank you, Nito. Before we go on today's stream, let's go back to last time on. We'll show you what we did on the last stream. Was our fiesta, our mystery box. We've started again. It was interesting, to say the least. We had things like sardines, cream corn. It was I would say one of the hardest, if not the hardest challenge. We had gelatin, coffee. For the first one, we had gelatin, coffee, cream corn, sardines. We ended up doing 3, or 2.5, 3. It was interesting. Didn't eat a lot of the food after. Fish sauce, that's it. Bloody great. But the thing that did come out of it was coffee marshmallows. I'm going to probably make them on the weekend or next week. And they're going to be a recipe coming up on the website because you need them in your life. It was a stroke of genius and I am not upset that we made them. They were coffee marshmallows and then we put some choc chips and then I drizzled some dulce de leche or some condensed milk caramel. Amazing. So yes, thank you everyone for your support. 1,001 bits, 31 subs, and 11 new people in the form of follows. Lovely stream. Thank you for those people who are already in June's Fiesta box. Should we call it a Fiesta? Do we have another name for it? But our jar for every sub, resub, gifted sub, 500 bits or $5, you get an entry. You can choose an ingredient in here. Show us the cape. Now I feel dizzy. Thanks. Oh, too many spins early in the morning, not on a breakfast. Supergirl. No, I'm eldest girl's girl. I'm medieval. Not super. I'm magical. Anyway, check that over there where you can't see. We're going to do a deep dive into Discord, show what the community has been cooking and eating, and then we're going to get into some food. So, 11 out of 10 outfit. Thank you. What do you mean? It's not an outfit. It's just my normal day work, my work outfit. What are you talking about? Oh, Molly I missed my dish redemption. You did. It was tasty. It was last week. Sorry, Bo. It was on the menu and we did, I'm pretty sure that there was a few tags, but it was tasty. Thank you for the redemption. The beans and the rice were really good. What is the Fiesta box for Cinco de Mayo? Are we renaming it for June? We can. We can. What do you want to call it? No, that's okay, Bo. All good. All good. All right, so let's show you what the community has been cooking and eating. And then, as I said, we're going to get into I'm going to teach you how to make the best pastry ever. It is flaky, it is buttery, it is so good. You can use it with sweet and savory recipes. And then we're going to be making our kwama eggs quiche. I keep wanting to say kwama scrib because last year, for Blackwood, we did, for the Blackwood chapter, we did kwama scrib risotto. And I know you guys love that. Like a lot of people still say to this day. It's not on the new website yet, but the kwama scrib risotto is really good too. But we're making kwama egg quiche today. And then we're going to be doing a ash yam loaf, which I went into the game items and I was like, nah, I'm going to make it better. Then I'm going to put my own spin on it and I'm going to turn it into something better than what the photo looks like and what the ingredient. So we're making a sweet potato, kind of like a sweet potato bread, kind of like a banana bread. No, it's going to be sweet, kind of like a pumpkin bread, but sweet potato. And then we're going to do a maple butter frosting on top. It's going to be delicious. Maybe some walnuts or pecans on top as well. It's what I would have wanted to eat if I lived in medieval times. You know, I got me kwama eggs and I'm going to have me ash yam loaf. It's going to be delish. Margot redeemed ideas for a massive white cabbage. Okay, so the only thing that I really like cabbage in, Margot redeemed the stuck on ideas. I use it for slaw, a lot of slaw. Or, you know what, I really love cabbage rolls. So you kind of cook, I prefer it pickled, but you need to buy them pickled unless you want to pickle the cabbage yourself. Submerge the cabbage and cook it, boil it slightly till it's soft. And then peel the layers off, make a mixture of beef or pork, some uncooked rice. There's heaps of recipes out there for Ukrainian or we can't say Russian, Ukrainian cabbage rolls. And then you roll it up in the cabbage leaves and then you stack them all up and then pour passata over top and then bake them in the oven. And they are divine. They're really filling. They're really delicious. And really something that you could make and freeze or have whenever you want. They're really good. Never made those before. They're really yummy. And you can change up the flavors as you wish. The other thing is slaw for cabbage, or if you want to do cabbage steaks, I saw that they probably taste like crap, but if you want to do cabbage steaks, I'm not a massive fan of cooked cabbage other than the cabbage rolls. Yeah, it's too much to use for slaw. But what about slaw, Asian slaw? And then the next day you put Australian slaw. And then the next day, Kimmy, thank you for the 100 bits. And then you could do slaw. And then you could do a slaw sandwich. And then a slaw burger. And then you just eat slaw. It'll make you, it's good roughage. But yeah, I get it, boring. Yeah, I would try the cabbage rolls. Give me some time after stream and I'll do some searching and I'll find you something. So write me a message in Discord. All right, let's look at food. Rather than look at meat, looking at food, okay? Oh my God, that scared me. I thought that was the Redfall. The Redfall guy. All right, what do we got here, ladies and gentlemen? Chow mein. Yeah, you can do chow mein. Beef or pork or chicken, chopped up. Love the outfit, thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get into it. We're here for the new chapter of ESO, Elder Scrolls Online, Necrom. So stick around, we're just gonna look through some food, get you hungry before we start cooking. So Margot made tomato soup. We're actually making tomato soup on Monday on stream. This is delish. And is that a Vegemite and cheese toasty? Oh no, up leveled my cheese toasted with some chili oil. Damn, the little black bit there reminded me of Vegemite. Looks good. Thanks for sharing, Margot. Was it tasty? Bakery taco casserole. Interesting. I have on my list, I saw there's this new trend of cheeseburger tacos. And I thought we could try that out maybe next week. This looks good. Thank you for sharing, bakery. Taco casserole, I like it. I like tacos. I like kind of like casserole. In the office today, and it seemed like a dump kind of day. I could take that multiple ways, but seeing as we're looking at food, I'm going to take it as dumplings, little dumps. Pork and chive pan fried from Yang's. Nice. Chili oil, looks good. I like the little flag. Max taste, no sugar. Max sugar, no taste. Yesterday, everyone thinks that because I'm a cooking streamer that we cook and we eat a lot. I also have like ADHD tendencies, so I don't really, if I can't think of food, I don't really cook. Or like we won't. So yesterday, Exceed gave me, I think, English muffins and tea in bed. And then I was busy cleaning and everything that we didn't eat. Oh, I had a Mandarin. I got a massage. We didn't eat until 3 p.m. and I was starving. So I came home and I made bulgogi beef with rice, egg, and kimchi. And we demolished it. And that was kind of our early dinner. It was fabulous. This is just Costco. I think they just, the leftover offcuts from Costco, they make into bulgogi beef and it's delicious. It's sweeter than I would usually make, but I just portioned it, put it in the freezer, and then I just defrost it, cook it in the fry pan, whip it with some sushi rice, and it's banging. Look at that. Yang's represent, I wonder if that's the Yang's near me. I didn't even know what Yang's was. Nido. Hey Venable, welcome back. So cold today in Melbourne. Hey Google, what's the weather in Mandurah today?
Today in Mandurah, it'll be partly cloudy, with a forecasted high of 18 and a low of 6.
It's a warm one.
Right now it's 11 degrees and partly cloudy.
Warm one, okay. My mouse isn't working on the grey bench. Okay, I posted this morning. Biscoff lovers, this is at a local IGA, so I'm going to have to go on the hunt for it. Biscoff cream chocolate bar. Like me some Biscoff. It's like Nutella. I wouldn't, like I'll search this out on occasion. Like if I can see it, I'll get it because it's new. But I'm like, I've got Biscoff and Nutella in the pantry and I don't really eat it. It's good for like drizzling on desserts and stuff like that when I'm making them on stream, but Exceed and I are not big fans. Oh God, it's been a while since someone's posted Chick-fil-A and reminds me how much I like it. My current team is obsessed with Chick-fil-A, so when my mum offered to take me to lunch yesterday, I agreed. Okay, the cool wrap with avocado lime ranch is pretty good. Oh, they've got wraps? I never knew that. And the frosted lemonade was perfect for a hot day. Still a little overrated in my opinion, but better than I remembered. If my team wants it for work meetings, I'll buy. Dang. So frosted lemonade, is that just like frozen? It doesn't have any cream base, does it? The waffle fries are good. I never knew that they had any wraps like this because we would just buy the nuggets and the tenders and then the burger or the sandwich. Yeah, good. Chick-fil-A's nice. Very nice. And the sauce, the dipping sauce, ooh, yum. Okay, this is from Kate. Thank you, Beware, for that submission. Kate spotted this at Aldi this morning. Tastes tangy, so I would definitely use it either on a baguette or some rare roast beef. marinated chicken or dip some steak into it. Yum. Kate, you're so organized. You go shopping with cooler bags? That's like level A, mum. Level A organization. How many of you guys go shopping with cooler bags? I don't even bring normal bags. Like I have them stacked up, all my reusable bags. I put them in my car, but I forget to take them 90% of the time out of my car. But cooler bags, I remember you live in Queensland as well, so it's probably a little bit different from little old Western Australia, but that's level, like top tier shopper. That's organization. The cooler bags stay in my car and I pack it when I get into the car. Oh, okay. That's still clever. Very clever. Do you think it's pronounced manger and O'Neill or manga? Or manga? M-A-N-G-E-R. Manga? Manger? I wouldn't want my last name to be Manga. I don't know if that's an Australian word as well. It used to, no, that's a Minga. There's no word as a manga, is there? Australians? It's Minga. It's an old word. It's kind of like an ugly person. I'm pretty sure. Back in the 90s. I take cooler bags to Costco since it's a long trip. That's pretty clever. Our new car has like a cover, and so we use that. But I probably should bring cooler bags next time because it is an hour trip. I end up looking at the Miss Molly bag and say, I need to take this with me, then walk out of the house, get to the store and go, oh, I forgot the bag. That's what I do. Yep. I bring cold bags if I'm not coming straight home. This is so clever. Here's just me getting myself salmonella and bacteria poisoning because I just leave things in my car. Yeah, okay, you guys are much more organized than me. Totally minging. Yeah, minging, like it's a word, okay. Ice cream cake, I'm guessing this is the ice cream cake. And then this one is chicken magnifico. What a name. What a name. Who has ever had chicken magnifico with asparagus? I like it. Chicken magnifico. I like it. If it's a really hot day, I even bring ice packs. And Posa, that's impressive. That is really impressive. Hubangle, welcome in. How many of you guys have been prepared? That's the shit my dad would do. Oh no, yeah, my dad would be that organized. He always thinks ahead, like my dad is a planner. But he also has one of those car fridges in his ute. Pickup, utility vehicle for North Americans. We call it a ute. And in his vehicle, he has a refrigerator, like a cooler box. You call it it's not an esky because it's powered. Because he lives 2.5 hours away, so he needs to keep it refrigerated when he travels up here. It's really clever. All right. That is enough for us. Welcome in. We are celebrating ESO Necrom today. Gonna have some fun. Gonna make some mess and prepare for the new chapter releases on Monday. Very exciting. So we worked with the Bethesda team last time for Blackwood, and now Necrom is coming out. This is kind of the theming. So it's kind of, I think the Bethesda team, they refer to it as like, I forget the words that she used, but it was like cosmic something. Cosmic like, but look how cool. And there's like mushroom. So on Monday, we're going to be making mushroom cupcakes. So some of the world, when you go outside of the township area, there's mushroom, kind of foresty, elvish type stuff. And so I've taken some like I think pretty cool photos of the cupcakes, and we're going to be making one Monday. And then today we're going to be making the kwama egg, keep saying risotto, kwama egg quiche, which is going to blow your mind. It's delicious. So there is more information. If you want to scroll into the panels, click the link. There is some more information if you want to learn about Elder Scrolls. These mushrooms like this on cupcakes. It's going to be fun. Okay, so the things you will need. Okay, got my snackies. What you got? Say 59 months. Can I get you an ingredient for the... We're going to call this a different name? Oh. Fiesta or Fiesta? So for every sub, resub, gifted sub, 500 bits or $5, you get an entry ingredient into the end of the month's mystery box. Okay? So the things we'll need for the pastry are 187 grams, which is 1.5 cups, I think. I don't know why I deleted it. 1.25 cups of plain flour. Half a teaspoon of salt. Then we're going to use some lightly salted butter, so just a little bit extra. Cosmic Horror. Thank you, Black Swan. Yes, Cosmic Horror. That's it. Thank you. I was like, what is the other word? Because I was thinking like cosmic, medieval. Yeah, Cosmic Horror. That's the way that it was described. Love it. You guys, how many of you guys watch Elder Scrolls, familiar with Elder Scrolls? It's a pretty dope game. You guys know our friend Iffy, officially Iffy, and Madigon as well, Elder Scrolls streamers. And so we'd like to share the love and raid them quite often. Just a really great community. So it's not a game that I necessarily play too much, but I love learning about the lore and the items from the game, and the community behind it are just so lovely. They're just really supportive and just really excited. They're always like, I love when we make themed food and the communities are so welcoming of us and so excited to see what they love transformed into food. And I really appreciate that. Social Net Bear, welcome back. You play every day since launch. Nice. You're welcome. I play ESO daily. Yes, I love it. I started playing ESO again, and in the past week, actually. Taryn, you always say this, that every time we do a theme stream, you get back into it. Something like that. That it's just like, oh, piqued my interest again. I'm going to jump in. Eggs. Sensei, good one. Good one. So, Sensei, me and my wife log in daily, even if we don't run quests, do our endeavors and dailies at a minute. Oh, I like that. That's good. How many of you guys are getting excited for Necrom? Have you pre-ordered or you've got it organized? Kaz, you play almost every day as well. This is so amazing. I love this. Good morning. What have I walked into? My lair. Okay, so we're going to be making pastry, and it's very simple. The Molly technique means no equipment. Only need bowl, or the only equipment, no electrical equipment. You just need a grater, a bowl, and a pie tin, and then you're there. Like, it's so easy. So, the things you will need, a bowl. A set of scales isn't electrical equipment. It's a necessity. It should be built into your kitchen. It's not extra. You should already have that. Okay, plain all-purpose flour, a grater, like this, scales, bang, there, 187 grams. So 1.25 cups, like this. I think it's 1.25, 1.5. Have you seen the Thermomix? It has a built-in scale. I've actually owned one, but it's not for me. It takes the fun out of cooking. in my opinion. I don't know. I know that it's great for busy people, but for me, I just couldn't get around it. I like mixing. I like seeing my food. I used it as a blender. That's all I ever used it for, was making cocktails. My mum has one. I knew she would feel the same, and she would, because my mum's not a massive cook. And 188, 187. There we go. So 1¼ cups of plain flour. And now all my mum uses it for is a cocktail maker as well. No, I lie. She's started cooking and she makes this amazing beetroot salad. They are fantastic. They're really great for busy people that don't really like cooking too much, but they want to learn and they want to have some fun and take the stress work out of cooking. Thermomixes are good, I suppose, but it's not for me personally. And the problem is with the scale though, Empotsla, I've heard, is that a lot of people put them on the bench and then they push them to the back of the bench, like on their cupboard, on their bench space, and then they pull them like this, and that bouncing of like the friction of the bouncing when you pull actually disrupts the scale. So you've got to be really careful. Even with this, I get a bit nervous about if I need to calibrate it or whatnot, because you're so reliant on this for scales and everyday use. But this just gets dropped into a drawer. And so I get a bit nervous about how accurate it actually is. So it's one of those things to always have in the back of your mind, you know, when you're measuring stuff, that every now and then, what I'll do is get like a block of butter, which is 500 grams, I weigh it and see if it's correct. And then knowing that I don't know if you can, like these ones, you can calibrate them per se, but what I do is check it maybe every 3 to 6 months. And then if I notice that it's getting way out, then I buy a new set of scales, because it's going to deteriorate over time. And it's just like, rather than having a set of scales for 5 years and they've just completely gone, it's good to just check and then just, you know, they cost about $30. So I'd rather have something that's accurate and buy it every 2 years. Just check on it. And this is, I think, where it comes into quality, especially if you're baking a ton or using it all the time. Like I use this nearly every single day and multiple times. This is a workhorse, and I'd rather buy a better brand, better quality. And stupidly, it's taken me so long to realize that I use this so long, because I was like, oh, I don't want to buy a good set of scales. Like, I don't like spending money. But at the end of the day, you're leaving it down to the chance that this is like the success of your recipes really comes down to the quality of your scales. So maybe there is a calibration thing in here. I don't know. It doesn't look like it. Yeah. So we could set it. Let me see. So like this pack of Lurpak, right? This is 500 grams, just over a pound. 503.6. So I would estimate that if we took the wrapper off, I would think if we took the wrapper off, it would be 500 grams. I don't really want to buy a new set of scales because I just bought one, and I don't know if this will be wrong, but let's hope. What do you think? 497.6. Someone's lying. Either the scales or the branding. That's wrong, man. That's 2.5 grams less than it says. God. All right, this is a conversation for another day. 503, you wouldn't think that's it. Take it back. You wouldn't think that the wrapper weighs 5 grams. Like, considering how light and like it's like basically like aluminium, you wouldn't think that, oh my God. What a controversy. Probably a mix of both things, yeah. All right, let's weigh. This is, guys, we're going on a massive tangent. I would expect household scales to have a margin of error. I agree. All right, this one here, 502.9. This looks like it's been dropped. Interesting. All right, so we're going to use that one anyway because we need it to be cold. Cold butter. Okay. So the things we'll need is 100 grams of this cold butter. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands just to make sure that I've done them this morning. Always better to be safe. Yeah, so just something to think of. Buy a better set of scales. Because my margin of error could be, you know, a gram off, 2 grams off or whatever. But, you know, cheaper scales could be more. And then that difference, that 2 grams, could, like, we could weigh the butter a year from now and it could be 3 grams off or 4 grams. And that can just get worse and worse. So it's good to check. All right. So lightly salted low pack butter, 103 grams. 102. Like that. Whatever, it doesn't have to be 100.3, fine. Fridge again. So as I said, we wanted cold butter. If you wanted to do this like really, really well, chuck your butter in the freezer for like 10 minutes. Make sure it's really cold. And all we're gonna do, so into here, flour, and we're gonna add a little bit of extra salt because it's lightly salted, but we wanna make it a bit more savory. It's just a little pinch. If you were using unsalted butter, you want about 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt if you're using unsalted butter. But I'm using salted, so just put a little bit extra pinch. Last but not least, give this a shake. Grater, no need for a food processor. It makes it better. I'll teach you why. So what's going to happen is we're going to get our flour like that. Grab your butter, toss it in there. So coat the butter in flour. It helps it helps prevent our warmth of our fingers coming in contact and melting the butter. And then all you're going to do is you're going to grate the butter like this. Every now and then, stop, shake it around like that. Is this a written recipe for the chat? Yes, it is. So it will be released this afternoon. I've created 2 recipes. There is the quiche today, and then on Monday you're getting cupcakes. A chocolate malted cupcake with mushroom toppings. Nice mushrooms, just like fondant mushrooms. Baby llama, good morning, good night. Hope you have a great Friday. Hope you're doing well. All right, so grating your butter. It looks like cheese. So every now and then, just zhuzh it around like that. Like that, beautiful. Last day of school. That's exciting. Cool, Tart. But because I watched the stream and before I know it, you've cooked this amazing thing. I'm like, wait, what did she do it again? Yeah. Malted cupcakes, say less. Chocolate malt cupcakes. So we're using malted milk powder. So for the Australians, it kind of tastes like a slightly Malteser-esque. So usually my chocolate cupcake has coffee in it, but I thought I'd do something different and use malted, kind of to go along with the theme, kind of like foresty, like malt, just seems like it would fit nicely. It's of the earth. All right, so here we've got strands of butter, okay? And strands of butter are coating, the fat is coating the flour. So that's going to prevent when we add the water, the flour is going to block the water from coming in contact too much with the flour granules. So it prevents and lowers the amount of gluten that's formed. So we get a really flaky, buttery, but not dense pastry. It's going to be amazing. So you want these big chunks like that, nice chunky layers, and make sure it kind of looks like really rough breadcrumbs. Beautiful, okay? And now, next thing is we're going to add some iced cold or really cold water, and probably should have prepared this in advance, but you know me. I'm just going to go to my fridge. And so we're adding about 2 to 3 tablespoons, enough for it to come together, okay? Use the pedal. All right, so about a tablespoon. And I just grab a chopstick like this to mix it around rather than my fingers, they get too wet. A little bit more. This is the same technique that I do with my shortbread, so that we get beautiful buttery shortbread. There we go. And flaky shortbread, so it melts in your mouth. Okay, so look at this. So you're just compressing with your hand, like that. And we want to just compress. We don't want to knead too much. We're just basically pushing all the dough together, and any scraggy bits, bringing them into the middle, like that, okay? Pushing down, like a stamp. There we go. Beautiful. Bundle it all up, like that, lovely. Get all the stuff off your fingers. Wash your hands. Nice warm water. The problem is because since the renovation, our kitchen is further away, like further down the line, so it takes like 30 to 40 seconds for the hot water to come through. And so I'll never get to wash my hands with warm water. It's always cold unless I run it for a bit. Okay, so problem now is you can see all my mess. With the black cupboard, bench, you can see all where the flour is. Whereas that's why when we design the kitchen, I have white benches. You can't see all my mess. I just left another review on your cookie sticker. I don't expect it to be approved, but I hope it gives you a chuckle. Okay, will do. Thank you. Kind of good. And then I was saying to my father-in-law last night that anytime there's like a scratch or something, you just get a marker like this. And then you just do that. No one knows. You know nothing, Jon Snow. I just wanted to let you know that it's not a real cookie. It isn't. Did you think it was? We know. No, you don't. You know nothing. All right. Pastry. You want to like form it into a disc like that. Into a disc. Hold on, I should have like just incorporated it a bit more. Redoing my entire counter with the markers, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just forming it into a disc so I can roll it out and it's not too crumbly, okay? So you just want to form it like that. Look at this. See how there's layers, flakiness? Oh God, it's gonna, look, it's so overexposed. Hello? We had to turn the lights up today, so the green screen was playing up a bit, so it's a bit brighter in here. Refrigerate for at least 1 to 3, no. What have I written? Yeah, form a disc and refrigerate for 1 to 3 hours. Stream time, that refers to, that comes down to about 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so do that. Refrigerate it. I realistically, I should do like, here's one I prepared earlier, but I'm never prepared earlier. Okay. I've used black marker when I got a run in the tight. Yeah, I used to do that at school. You used to have a run or like a rip in your tights and you used to just get black marker in. But the problem is when I went to my last school where I graduated, the color of tights were brown. So it was green uniform with brown tights and brown shoes. So you basically looked like trees. So you couldn't use marker anymore. It was a bit sad. I totally used the black marker trick on a coffee table, winning. Yes. Cute. Yeah, it was good. And then after we left, they changed the uniform color to black. Tree students, yeah. Weren't brown tights the worst? But they were light brown. Like, they were like darker than my, like this color, a little bit darker than my skin color. Maybe like that color? Yeah, like that color? No. If only they invented brown markers. Maybe they did. Okay, so that's our pastry. This is the pie tin that I use. This is about 8 inches. You may not get something this big or this high. The pastry doesn't need to come up to the top because you watch, mine doesn't come all the way to the top. What we're gonna do is get it as high as we can. And then we're gonna put pie weights in. We're gonna refrigerate it again for about 20 minutes to set, after we rolled it out, to set the butter. And then from there, we're gonna blind bake it with pie weights for about 20 minutes, 18 to 20 minutes, I think I've written. Then take it out, take the pie weights out, rebake it so that it's nicely light and brown. Then we're gonna put our filling in and bake it. So it's a little bit of a time, it's very easy, this recipe. It's just got a few steps. You can definitely do the quiche with pre-prepared, like a pie tin, pie casing, or puff pastry or short crust pastry. I would prefer short crust for this recipe. Okay, but homemade is so much better. Like the flavor of this homemade pastry is delicious. All right. So we'll make the filling a little bit later because we're going to get into the sweet potato ash yam now, which I thought I printed. Yeah, here we go. So, ash yam loaf. We're going to be making sweet potato puree. So we're going to cook some sweet potato and then smash it up. This is me smashing. We're going to then make a sweet potato bread, a sweet potato cake in a loaf tin. And then we're going to make a maple frosting. It's going to be delicious. Very medieval. Yes, Nido, their website's down. Been down, like they're redoing their website for the last like 2 weeks, I think. So when it's up. I don't know. I'll try and get an ETA, but yes, it is on their end. Okay, so the things we'll need is a sweet potato. This is a big boy yam, like that. We're gonna slice it. If you want like optimal flavor here, get a fork and stab it and then roast it in the oven, no liquid. Okay, so just roast it in the oven and it'll soften, then you just get the flesh and mash the flesh. However, it takes a few hours. You can even cut it in half and then do the same thing and roast it, but it takes a long time. So what we do in the biz of streaming to cut down on that time is we chop and we boil. Boiling isn't ideal because we're basically creating osmosis. I think like we're drawing moisture, water into the actual fruit. So we're going to make it more waterlogged. So we're going to try and, I'll show you some tips on trying to remove some of that liquid. And we can try and steam it off at the end. Okay. Mash the flesh, mash the flesh. Hey, Ali, welcome in. Happy Friday. Okay. Where's all my things gone? All my grippy mats are gone. Oh, they're here. So, get yourself a grippy mat, like that. Up the bench. Okay, so all together, okay, if you want to cheat, if you don't want to use sweet potato, use pumpkin puree in the can. We just need, I think, a cup of puree. So you can use pumpkin, but we're doing sweet potato because it's the ash yam loaf in the game. But I'm going to do the whole thing just to make sure that we have enough. But yeah, use pumpkin if you'd like. Sweet potato, just add sweetness and a little bit of starch. Pureed squash, not US pumpkin, surely. Yeah. So if you, the same recipe is basically like, it's gonna be like a spiced pumpkin bread, but we're using sweet potato. Like that's what it's like. So do you guys remember last year where I made the pumpkin sheet cake? And remember I was like raving about how amazing it was and then I never gave you the recipe? This is basically a version of that. But I'm giving you the rest. No, I'm not giving you the recipe this time. Maybe it will go on the website. But I said I'd release it next year in North American fall. So yeah, a lot of people like pumpkin bread, pumpkin spice. So this has cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, You could put clove if you want it as well. Ended 4 months ago. Dude, I'm just trying to... Cat, shut up. So it's like a chai spiced bread. We officially, yesterday, we are the first day of winter. In Australia, I don't know, I've heard that it's different in other countries, but our seasons start at the first of the month. So winter started yesterday. So June, July, August is winter. September, October, November is spring. And then December, January, February is summer. That's not how seasons work. Tell me how seasons work. They don't follow the equinox solstice? Nope. Nope. Sounds like Australia just making up their own rules. Coming from you guys, Americans do anything. You guys all do everything different to the world. That's for suckers. Seasons should be metric. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Indigenous seasons, the Australian Indigenous seasons are pretty like accurate. There are also planting seasons too. Yeah. You know, CESOs. The Caesars. What Caesar are you in now at the moment, brother? No, that's a bit Kiwi. Hey, another Australian, yes. Can you stand up for me? Mint is here. Can you stand up for me? So the North Americans are giving us a hard time because our seasons start on the day, the 1st of the month. So like winter started yesterday because it's the 1st of June. And they're like, oh, you don't follow the equinox. They're coming at me, and they're the people that use ounces and fluid ounces and Fahrenheit. Ugh. Someone back me up. And yeah, and in Melbourne you get 4 seasons in one day. It's easier the 1st of the month. Hell yes. These Americans are wrong. I love my backup. See? It's like, they're like my partners, my backup. Coming at you. It's winter solstice. But like, with your ways, with the solstice, is it the same time every month, or does someone have to climb up a mountain and check when the stars are coming in? Or the sheep's cry or something like that? Like, is yours a bit woo-woo? Because the start of the month is pretty consistent. We got you, Molly. Birak, first summer, December, January season of the young, dry and hot burning time. Banuru, second summer, February to March, season of adolescence, hottest part of the year. Yeah. Did you? Okay, I missed it, Nito. That's so cool. That's really cool. We should post that in Discord. The Indigenous seasons. Is it that also? Does that change per tribe? Because, like, and also like per region, because I wonder how different because the seasons and things are slightly different per area, right? Like the Noongar area where we are, the weather would be very different from like far north Queensland. You know the calendar is based on stars too. I was just playing around. Yes, I know. I'm in the middle of Queensland. The middle of Queensland. Yeah. That was Noongar. Oh, thank you. Appreciate that. So the things you will need is one of these. Medium size. So let's pick this one. I looked up, there are 2 kinds of seasons, astronomical and meteorological. Okay. Astronomical, sorry. I said astrological. Astronomical is based on the equinox solstice, and the meteorological is based on weather and starts on the 1st of the month every 3 months. That's us. That's us. Both are correct, but they track things differently. Track different things. I just like to change up the words every now and then in the sentences that other people write. Okay. So when you say the middle, do you mean like inland middle, or do you mean like along the coast middle? Where middle? And only astronomical one makes sense for why we have them at all. But sometimes it's not about the genesis, the beginning. It's where we are now, and how our care factor. I mean the middle. I don't mean the center. I'm near the coast. Okay, cool. I'm just trying to think of Queensland. Got to dash back to work. Love you, Molly, and stream. Happy to see you looking all professional. Thank you. What do you mean? You're saying I don't look professional normally? Yes. Anyway, the season for us started yesterday. It's the start of winter. That was a heated topic. I'm very interested to learn more about this because we've always done, like, I only know the seasons for how we like teach them at school and things like that. I'm very interested to learn more about your solstice, because I'd never really heard about a winter solstice and a summer solstice. I thought that was like a European, like, fairy thing. Not the fairy thing, but like it was just like it sounded very European, like a fair festival of. I didn't really understand it, and I want to learn more about it. You can call a frog a dog, but that doesn't mean it barks. Pagan and druid stuff, yeah, you know what I mean? Like a little bit woo-woo, like, yeah. It was just, I didn't really understand it, but I like it. Where I live, we have a monsoon season, but it doesn't start on a fixed date. It depends on the measurement of the dew point. Yeah. Exceed was telling me about, he has a co-worker in Dubai, and Exceed didn't really understand it, so I don't really understand it even more, about the beginning of, no, the end of their fasting. It's got to do with the astrology or the stars or something. And I really thought that was quite interesting. I love learning about different cultures and different beliefs, because I think that, you know, it's important to always be respectful and understand, come from a place of wanting to learn more. It's just cold. Too cold. What is the weather for you right now, Mint? The winter solstice is there to remind me of my father's birthday. So is winter solstice always on the same day? I always thought things like winter solstice and summer solstice weren't on a specific day. They were more of like, for me, I thought that got to do with like the sun is at the highest point of the sky, or something to do with the sun, and the tilting changes each year. Pagan religions celebrate the solstices of holidays, but that doesn't mean they're not still astronomical points from when the Earth tilts each year. I think he meant to say year. Yeah. It's the highest tilt. Can you repost that? The shortest day of the year, from my understanding. Okay. Usually the 20 to 21st of the respective month. Okay. Current Victorian Indigenous season, Chunup. Winter, May, June, cockatoo season. Freezing winds, coldest time of the bleak mist rain. Yeah. Chunup. Winter. Cool. Yeah, this is... the weather has changed, you know, in the last few years. We used to have wet winters, but now it's a lot sunnier, but then when it does rain, you get heavier rainfall. And like yesterday, it was sunny, but then we had a thunderstorm last night or the night before. and there was heavy rain. And so it's the weather seems very strange. Like it's not, you know, when you think of winter or what you're taught as a kid, it's like winter, it's rainy and it's cold, but it's not like that. Especially where we live, we have a lot of clear days. It might be cold, but it's clear. And then you have like spurts of rain, but very rarely is it drizzly and cold and dark all day. Who doesn't love a cockatoo? Cockatoos are pretty cool. What do I think about teenagers with mullets? Okay, I think mullet is one of those things you got to try, and if you like it and it gives you confidence and it makes you feel good, then do it. I don't personally like the look. Like, would I let my husband have a mullet? Probably if he wanted one. But would I want one? Probably not for me. But I'm in no place to judge someone who has one, because if it makes you feel good, you do you. I'm all for, if something gives you confidence and something makes you feel amazing and beautiful and like you're the coolest person ever, then do it. You know, different strokes for different folks. There's like a saying, like, good for you but not for me. Like, I love that for you, and I wouldn't do it, but you know, you see people, like, I've had this conversation with you guys on stream before, but like things on stream, or you see someone down the street or something and you see someone wearing a mohawk or like a really pink jacket or like an outfit that's all in pink. You think to yourself, oh, I wouldn't do that. But you think in my head, what goes through my head, fuck it, that person must think that they are fire. Like, they leave in the house feeling amazing. Love that for them. Like, oh, that is amazing. I love that when people dress up and they get all their bits and they go out for the day feeling like they are like incredible. I love that. I love to see people's confidence on how they present themselves, how they want to showcase their individuality. Might be not something that I would do for myself, but I love that. Like, I love seeing people with bright colored hair or, you know, fashionable clothes. Some people that do, whatever you're rocking, rock it. Like, that is fire for me. And that's the way that I want to live my life. Is I'm not always the best at it. Sometimes like everybody, you can be a little bit judgmental, like, oh, look at that. Or sometimes people look a little bit funny to you, but like at the end of the day, you want to send them love and like that they're living their best life and you want them to be like that. I think the biggest thing, I'm listening to a Atlas of the Heart by Brené Brown at the moment on an audiobook, and she talks about, you know, like wanting the best for people, whatever happens, is you want good things to happen to other people and you get excited for them, and rather than being envious or wanting harm on other people or something, like you should really celebrate other people's successes and show up how you want people to show up for you. And yeah, that's what I like. So I love to hear about what people are doing in their life and doing in their day, things that they're excited about at the moment. Like, I love for you guys to tell me what is exciting you at the moment. What are you nervous, anticipating, or your goals are at the moment? Because I love that. I love feeling connected through that. And if you want to get a mullet, if you're going to rock, you can only get the mullet if you're rocking it. Like, if you are going to style it, you're going to, you know, ignore everyone else's shit, and like, you're going to love, I only want you to get a mullet if you're going to live and breathe that mullet for as long as you can and feel confident and like badass with that mullet. Then you got to promise me that. Totally not me having a rat tail mullet at 3 years old. Yes! That's some Anakin vibes. Yeah. I'm going to stick with my messy hair. Me too. My hair's always messy. My hair is one of those things that I cannot do. My hair's always up, or I can't style hair. If I put effort, I can do my makeup nicely, but I hate my hair. By that logic, you have to apply that rule to every hairstyle. You got to rock every hairstyle. Yeah, love it. Whatever you do, you got to go in and you got to like rock it. If you want to make a decision, own it, live it, breathe it, be confident in it, and don't listen to anyone else's. Put yourself in a bubble and surround yourself with good vibes, and no one will bring you down. And then come in here and I'll perk you up. I'll be your cheerleader. Breathing hair sounds uncomfy. Living and breathing the hair, yeah. You get a mullet, everyone's gonna live and breathe it. I tell my hairdresser to not cut my hair in a style that needs styling. I can't be asked. My hair started doing this thing because I have it up so much. My hair doesn't sit nicely when it's down. And so at the back of it, I have like this, it doesn't sit, like it all bumbles up and it goes to one side, and it's really bad. I can't deal with my hair either, Molly. That's why I chopped it off all last year, and my life has drastically improved. I love that. Grumpy Gamer did something else as well. Grumpy, I come up with a memory or something. I looked in Discord, and when you chopped your hair off short, the reason I cut it off, is it still short? My hair's pretty short, so I don't need to worry. I always wanted to, and I will one day, I swear it to God, I will. One day I want to I want to shave my head for charity. But I always wanted to make sure like I was fit and healthy enough that like I didn't have like a round face. I wanted like a nice jawline so I could carry it. But I want to really, it's silly that I worry about those type of things, but I really want, and I want to raise enough money to shave my head. Like if I'm going to do it, I'm going to go hard, and I want to raise like $15,000, and I'll shave my head. Like it's something that I've always wanted to do. One day, we'll see. Your hair's going blonde? Mine's going a shade of blonde here and here, a very shade of blonde, but just like a really like a grey. Not a grey. We don't say that. It's going like a platinum color of blonde. As I'm getting older, I'm going platinum blonde. I'm trying to embrace my aging greys. Because he told me that I don't have to diet, that I should love it. But if it was even, it would be good. But I've got like a little bit here and a little bit here. So until I go all over grey, then I'll stop touching it up. But every now and then I'll just a little bit of colour. The wisdom sprinkles, yeah. Yep. I don't have wisdom sprinkles. I got wisdom streaks. I got wisdom here and a wisdom there. Is wisdom everywhere. Why aren't we doing enough cooking? While they're boiling, let's do some rolling. Okay, so this isn't... I need to preface this. When you make this recipe, you're going to follow the recipe, not me. Okay? Make sure you refrigerate it for longer. Okay, everyone's got to buy one of these. Miss Molly silicone mat. Oh. Don't put vinyl wrap on your benches when you use this because it's meant to be non-slip. Okay, pastry. Silicone mat life, you got it. My hair is turning sparkly silver instead of grey. I love that. I'm going to look like a unicorn when I'm old. I love that. I'm skipping grey and going straight to silver, which I actually kind of dig. I like that. It's weird that I have more silvers. Hold on. What Mine's like white. Yours is, does it actually go silver? Huh? I didn't know that there was like variations of grey, silver and white and whatever. Mine just looks white. I didn't know some people's, yours was sparkly. I want sparkly. Where is... mine literally lives on my bench. I haven't taken it off since it arrived. Yes. You just wipe it? Tell me you wipe it. My greys literally sparkle. It's not stark white, it's pretty silvery. I'll grab some and take a pic. Okay. So, dust with a little bit of flour, lightly covered bench. Hey, Stace. How's Ifanada? How are you first? That's rude. I should have asked how you are. How's Jacob? And we'll talk about Iffy later. Home from the airport to be greeted by a summons for jury duty. I've always wanted to do jury duty. I know that other people think it's crazy, but I really want to do jury duty. I don't know how to like volunteer as tribute, but there's something I would really want to do jury duty because I am a little bit of a nosy Parker and I'd love to be involved in like a murder case or something like that or someone being naughty. But everyone seems to hate it. I want to volunteer. I'd love to know the ins and outs of details and things I can't tell other people, keep secrets. They don't let you pick the case. I know, but knowing me, I'd volunteer and I would get like a traffic fine or something like that. Like real boring. Oh, you did your, was it fun? Was it a big high profile case? Were you at Ghislaine Maxwell's trial? All right, we're going to roll it out while rotating and making sure it's free on the bench like this, okay? You got to make sure it's loose, not sticking. Every now and then you can flip it over if you want. I just got offered jury duty and had to turn it down because I have a baby. I want to do it so bad. How many of you have done jury duty? How many of you want to do jury duty? I got called to jury duty once, but ended up being dismissed as it was the end of the year and didn't have enough cases. Okay, cool. I like seeing the process, but the case was not good. Like boring. Oh, we can turn the oven on. 180. You could turn it up a little bit higher if you wanted to. Just go in and watch. Open courts are open to the public, but then I don't have an excuse. I can't get out of work from my boss. You guys, but like, what are you doing today? I'm like, I'm going to call off stream because I'm just going to go to the courthouse. It's not a valid excuse, but I get a valid excuse if I get actually called up. You can see we'll be like, no, Molly, you're not taking work off, taking stream off to go and sit in the courthouse. We'll write you a note. Okay. So, I am going to let you guys know something you might not be happy with. Okay, so I'm going to trial it. I'm really nervous to say this, but I'm going to trial it for 4 weeks, okay? So it's only 4 stream weeks. I'm really nervous to tell you. No, the guys who did it were 20 and 13. They did a home evasion and killed the homeowner on a lark because they were high and bored. It was just all such a waste of 3 lives. Oh, that's sad. God. Drugs are just ruined so many lives. Okay, I'm gonna. I don't want to tell you. I'm gonna start streaming. Well, more like stop streaming on Wednesdays. I need 2 days a week, Monday and Friday. I'm so sorry. just so I can get more stuff done during the week for this website. Ugh. That's what Exceed said. Exceed said to me, he's like, people are going to unsub and they're going to leave and then they're not going to come back because you're not providing enough content. Molly doesn't love Susie. It's only for a few weeks, okay? Yeah. That's what I'm hoping, Nova. See, Nova show with the go. See, that's what I'm hoping, is it makes the Monday and Friday streams more cherished and that you guys focus, like we focus on that and we jam pack them. Yeah. Yep. They'll be longer. I'll have more energy. I can go longer and do more fun stuff. But it is a trial. And obviously, you can give feedback. I thought about going to Tuesday and Thursday streams, so they're closer together. But I thought that doesn't change anything because then you've got to wait Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 4 days. Like, I thought Monday and Friday would be better. And then sometimes we can do Wednesday stream or we do gaming streams or something. But I just feel like I'm really, like I'm falling behind on the website stuff. Because I've got no time, especially with sponsored streams. And I want to start being a proper food photographer and like doing that type of stuff. I need to get into it. Can you stream the website stuff? Well, I don't know how, this is the thing is, I don't know how interesting it would be, but I thought about streaming photo shoots, like food photography photo shoots, but I don't know how interesting that would be for you guys. Like my process of like how I set up a shoot, you know, you could see through the camera and then see through the set up a camera that you can see me and working around my office, things like that. And then we could do stuff like fun food shoots where we do like me dropping water and like doing splash shoots and messy shoots and stuff like that. Like as I learn how to practice, I practice to learn more. That would be cool to watch. Like co-working stream, yeah. You guys, photo shoot stream would be super fun. Okay, well, we'll try. I'll try it. So, you've got your roll, like this. This is your pastry. You rolled it out. And then all you do is grab your rolling pin like this, tuck it around, and you roll it around, like that. You pick it up, bring your tin. Okay, here, if you want to line your tin with baking paper, just the base, you can do that. You want a tin, I should have organised this earlier, a tin that comes out like that, loose base tin, I forget what they're called. All right, and then we're going to drape. We're draping, okay? The sheets got to match the drapes. Okay? And then pick them up and then just like place it in there. Fabulous. Look what we did. Amazing. Go here. If he just did his last YouTube video on stream, people seem to enjoy it. Oh yeah, so he edited it? Okay, sweet potato, kind of nearly done. Yep. We'll turn the heat off that. I don't think that's how the phrase goes. I know, but I was having some fun. Okay, so the sheet matches it was just a bit of fun. Okay, so go like that. And the thing about this, guys, rustic, okay? Rustic. If you know me, you know that I'm not a perfectionist. I don't hate the word perfectionist. I'm not very neat and I like home style rusticness. What just happened? Anonymous. Oh, I'm gonna reset the goal. You guys smashed it. Was it? What just happened? So yeah, we're aiming for rustic, okay? So there's no pressure. The more rustic, the more like, what's another word for rustic? Hey, Ed, 6 months. Thank you very much for 6 months, Ed. I'm just trying to use my lappy over here to try and reset the goal, but my laptop is not working. Ed, you get to choose the ingredient for the mystery box. What would you like? And everyone else has to think of a theme for the next month, this month. Okay, so all you're doing is trimming off the sides like this. Okay, so you steal from the rich. This is us stealing from, we're Robin Hooding it, okay? Steal from the rich. Trim, you can use scissors here as well, pretty good. Okay, rustic. So you're stealing from the rich and you're giving to the poor, like this, like that. And then grab your fingers, grab them. I don't know if they're connected to you, but you need to grab your fingers. And then just press like this into the mold and you get that nice fluted effect. But if you don't have fingers, grab someone else's. Like that. The mystery box was a challenge. They were really nasty to me, Stace. They gave me sardines and fish sauce. If you don't have fingers, what else do you grab someone else's with? You can grab other people's body parts if you want, but you have to have consent. Fingers, maybe not toes. They weren't considerate. Okay, so Stace, for those that don't know, we did a mystery box where basically every sub, resub, tip and cheer of a $5 equivalent gets to choose an ingredient to go into this box, jar. And so we drew 6 out originally, I think. Sardines, fish sauce, gelatin, coffee, just trying to think of what I made. Ciabatta, so we used ciabatta dough, and then there was one more thing that was really bad as well. So then I ended up making coffee marshmallows with the gelatin and the coffee, and then we did, now they're all blurring into one. I made flatbread with kimchi, fish sauce, cream corn, and something else. And then the next round, I rocked that. The next round I got chickpeas, olives, Cad had to buy, Cad ordered me a Domino's pizza with nothing on it. So I had to make something with that. And then tahini, it was a shit show. It was yeah, very interesting. So yeah, now you can be involved in the next one. For every sub, resub, gifted sub, $5 towards the goal, which we're at $199. $5 tip or 500 bits, you get an entry into it and you get to choose an ingredient. None pizza, not even left beef. What? I dragged myself out of bed to watch, but I'm still here. Nice. Exceed left pizza. He ordered pizza. Okay. The man needed real lunch. Yeah. So he got to eat food. I didn't have anything and nothing to eat leftovers wise either. So when it came to after like lunchtime and dinner time, he said he wasn't hungry because he'd eaten a whole pizza. But he said he had a little bit of room because it was only vegetarian. That's what he said to me. He's like, vegetarian doesn't really fill you up. I was like, okay, mate. Okay. So yes, going back to what we were talking about before, my priority is still streaming, but I want to be able to not feel so like I don't want to half-ass streams. I want to still do really good streams, have a lot of fun with you guys, and really like not feel like I'm spreading myself too thin. Because the website is growing quite nicely, actually. You know, we're up to like 35,000 impressions, which is pretty cool. Coming from nowhere. So, and our clicks and stuff is rising. Every month I get a new little alert from Google to say we got the most, you know, wherever getting. It's really cool. But it means that you got to keep making the recipes, commenting. I need people this weekend to make the American flaky biscuits and leave good comments. Because at the moment, that lady has put 2 stars. So my American biscuits has only got 2 stars. So we need to dilute her. Obviously, feedback, if you think that I should change the recipe, I'm not going to. But if the wording or stuff, I can reword it or not. But I just want people to comment on that for me. Actually, someone actually make the recipe would be good. Baking paper, like this. This is baker's beans. Have you set up Google Publisher? No, what is this? I don't think so. Please comment and tell this woman she has poor taste, or she actually needs to read the recipe, and that American flaky biscuits don't have to be dry and soft and fluffy. They can be flaky and delicious. This is rice. So you can't, once you use the rice for baking, for par baking, you can't use it again. Like you can't cook it and make fluffy rice. You need to put it in a dish and only use it for par baking. But it just looks like that. So I got a mixture of both. Because I think a lovely community member bought me the beans, but then we didn't have enough of them. So I added rice, which is great. Or you can add like lentils, dry lentils, or beans. So the one thing you got to do here is don't do what I did the first time I ever used baking beads. You have to use baking paper on top, okay? Because if you don't, the pastry absorbs the beans, it ruins your pastry, and then you have to soak the beans to get the pastry off and wash them. It's not a fun process because you get soggy pastry and it's like floating, it's disgusting. So do me a solid and please use baking paper. I know it probably seems common sense to not use baking paper, but I forgot, okay? You can add your website as a publication, which you can help push your content through Google News. Oh my God, please teach me how to do that. Grumpy Gamer, can you message me on Discord, DM me, so then we can have a conversation if you don't mind, and like I can ask you a few questions, because that is amazing. I really appreciate that. You guys are all so knowledgeable, and I'm so grateful. Okay. I don't want to take your time, but I really, I'm so thank you. Make bean pie. So it looks like that. So, future you, when you make this, refrigerate it for about 20 minutes, okay? With or without the beans yet, but we're gonna bake it, okay? We're gonna bake it. Ideally, you would refrigerate it first. What pizza oven is the goal for? So, an uni, I was thinking an uni vault, because we can do it inside and we can do it any time of the year, season, or we get like a, Yeah, like so an uni vault, I think they come out in a month or two, like a few months, or a Breville Pizziolo. They're kind of the same, so we can do them like they're only 12-inch, so they're baby pizzas, but we can do it on stream in the kitchen, whereas the other ones, the other unis or gosnis, they've got to be used outside. And then we've got to take cameras and set up stuff, like it wouldn't be used as often, whereas I like the idea of the uni vault or the Breville Pizziolo. But basically it's up to you guys what you want me to get. Yeah, because I think we can make pizzas and we can grill things and we can do all different stuff in the pizza oven. What do you think? Why do you not want beans in your pastry? Because it's a bit chewy. The beans are a bit chewy. Okay. So, next thing, making the mash. So get your sweet potato out. Where's Roselli today? No one's asked me if I'm making a cocktail today or a mocktail. Also, like, I'm not asking Roselli because Roselli likes cocktails, but she does. But I'm also missing her. Okay. So, are you making a cocktail today? Well, it's funny that you asked because I hadn't planned one, but I think we're down to do one. What is a good medieval cocktail? Look at that lighting. Beautiful. This is our sweet potato. So what we're doing is basically allowing it to steam itself, to dry itself out because it's a bit waterlogged at the moment. So if I squish it, you can see all the liquid that comes out. How rude. You make it sound like Roselli is missing a stream for an AA meeting. I was like, what? No. No, we all like a good cocktail around here. Mulled wine would be great for a cold day, it would be. I also bought this thing that I thought would be good because it's non-alcoholic. It's called a mulled fruit drink. It's non-alcoholic because they sell it at the store, the Swedish store. Oh, yeah. The Swedish store. Yeah. Fruit drink. And we could add some cider. It smells heavy like cloves. It goes with the theming of the kitchen, red and black. Yeah, do they not do it anymore? Warm recorder league used to be real good. There we go. So this is the fruit drink. Vintersaga. Legally, we cannot call this juice, therefore it is fruit drink. Yeah. I didn't like the fruit wine. It was a bit too much for me. I didn't like the fruit wine. This, you didn't like this one? Mulled fruit drink. Oh, it's an above average Discord server. Ooh. Yeah. Do you want a taste of this? It's like heavy, a bit too sweet. The IKEA fruit drink. I don't know the fruit drink. Little spoon or big spoon? $9.45, great breakfast. Exceeds having leftover. It was his, my mother-in-law's birthday yesterday, so she brought over torte, like cake, and he's having cake and ice cream for breakfast.
My wife didn't arrange porridge.
My wife didn't arrange porridge, she says. Could you take this one?
No.
Why?
Because you pecked at that.
I pecked at that. Okay. So, we need to mash the fruit. So ideally, Molly, are you starving him? Yeah, I keep him trapped in his office in the dark room and I starve him, feed him only 6 times a day. What's he going to eat on Wednesdays if you aren't streaming? Nothing. I have to make Mike porridge every morning now. These bloody men. What did you say? He just said, he goes, yeah, see, that's a good wife. Sweet potato. You can use pumpkin as well, pumpkin puree, but this is sweet potato. We're just mashing it. We're going to be making our loaf, our sweet potato ash yam loaf. My interpretation of that is sweet potato. And we're going to be making a spiced cake, loaf cake, and then making a brown, maple brown, no, I don't think of brown sugar, maple frosting, maple syrup frosting. Okay. Like that. Beautiful. Oh, that hasn't happened in a long time. There we go. Grumpy Gamer deserves a VIP for that. You talk to Exceed, you organise it. As soon as I get back from drop-off, it's requested. See, I've started a movement. It's not the movement I was expecting, but it is a movement. The porridge movement. Or oatmeal, for those that don't know. Okay, so what you can do is use some paper towel and kind of mop up some of the moisture. That's why I said ideally you would roast it. You just don't want to add too much have too much liquid in here because it's going to affect the liquidity of the cake. So just like that. See, look how much liquid in there. Like a pool. So much moisture. Fabulous. Set that aside. And into another bowl, we're going to grab ourselves ta-da, 1.5 cups, 225 grams of plain flour. Have we got the ingredients from today? The subs from today? Did they choose their ingredients? Mods? Did you see? Cosmic Horror. Thank you, the wonderful team. Because I couldn't remember the name from what the theming from Elder Scrolls was. It's Cosmic Horror. And so I got a DM about it. I appreciate that. Okay. So 225 grams. So if you guys don't know why we're here, what we're doing, why I'm dressed like this, and why the kitchen is like this, amazing, it is because we're celebrating the release of Elder Scrolls Necrom on Monday. We're going to be doing a stream today and Monday for Necrom. Very, very excited. And just a usual Friday, I know, dressed up as a medieval warrior. We're going to be possibly doing some giveaways on Monday, but if you want to learn more about it, see down below. Molly dresses like this every Friday. We could have dress up Fridays, but only if you guys dress up too, because you guys wouldn't do that. I could only find the Breville one on discount. Ooh, how much? I need to grab bacon. Woohoo, Necrom! Stace, do you play yourself? Okay. 225 grams. So if you don't know, Stace is married to one of the most elite Elder Scrolls Online Australian streamers, the Ifinator. Officially Iffy. And I'm surprised she gets any sleep because he doesn't. He is on a, 3 months now, 6 months, streaming, streamathon. Thank you. CAD, only $100 off, but I keep an eye on the 2 you mentioned and let you know. Thank you. 6 months. And he hasn't left the house other than that one time he streamed. Stace even streamed this week. What do you mean you actually streamed? I was like, Kat, how do you know that? He's loving it. Okay, so our flour, and then we're gonna add in half a teaspoon of baking soda. This one. Half a teaspoon of baking soda. Bang. And then half a teaspoon of baking powder. He left a couple of times this week because I was sick and I couldn't do the school runs. I did for an hour of his stream. Yes, was terrifying. Oh my goodness! Man, I wish I knew. Okay. Teaspoon of half a teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. I'll just make that little edit. Okay, fabulous. Give that a mix. Now we're going to add in all our spices. Okay, so I'm thinking to go with the sweet potato. I've got nutmeg, cinnamon, and ginger. Do you want to add clove? What do we think? Cinnamon. Good morning, bon dia. Bon dia. Good morning, buenos dias. Guten Tag. Okay. Half teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. Cinnamon. I'll let you know if I do it again. Please do. I'm disappointed Cad didn't. Cad usually messages me or messages in the Discord and lets us know. He wanted to keep it all from himself. Cinnamon, nutmeg. Yes, clove, maybe some allspice. A quarter of a teaspoon of nutmeg. We're gonna go with quarter. Yep. Ginger, gingebre, half a teaspoon. Love me some ginger. So, interesting. I know that we, just talking about the vid, a university or a research centre in Australia has concluded that COVID-19 is killed by Australian garlic. I read that yesterday, and I shared it with my grandma in our family chat because my grandma has professed for all of my life, garlic kills everything. Like when we were kids, we would come downstairs and she would make us breakfast and we would have placemats that were like lions and crocodiles, and you would have like your glass of juice and you have your knife and fork and your plate there. And always a vitamin C tablet, and 2 garlic capsules. My whole life, my whole childhood growing up, when we visited her house, she always, anytime we said, get your garlic, eat a clove of garlic, garlic, like a nonna. And then I send it to her and she's like, I've been telling you for 30 years. Yeah. A little bit of allspice. Bang. So we did cinnamon. We didn't add a clove yet. There we go. Nope, that's a whole clove. Ground clove. A little bit of this guy. Everyone has their own science, can't blame us. Everyone has their different ways of science. I don't know if that's how science works. I think we think about science as that everyone's science is the same science. All right. There we go. Gotta go. See you, Krista. Look at that. Beautiful. So that's our flour mixture. Flour, baking powder, baking soda. We're going to add a little bit of salt. There we go. Bang. Fabulous. Okay. And our wet ingredients. So we want a cup of this. So this is our puree. Cup of the puree. Now someone needs to make garlic infused Lysol. Is Lysol detergent? Disinfectant? Like that, okay? So put this mash away, keep that mash. We're reusing the bowl from the pastry. Okay, so we just want to weigh this. Come out. Pine fresh? Nah, garlic fresh. Wild garlic scent. That's what it's going to be called. The wild garlic scent. Beep. 240 grams. Oh, look, I already had it written, 250. It's kind of same, but. Okay, so into there we're gonna add maple syrup. Okay, so the options are, do you wanna do maple syrup or brown sugar? That's the two options here. You can do brown sugar or maple syrup, and then as well for the frosting, we do brown sugar or maple syrup for the frosting as well. So we need 2/3 of a cup of maple syrup. I think I'm gonna use brown sugar because I don't think I have that much maple syrup. And we'll leave it for the frosting. Usually, I would say, like, if it says liquid sugar, stick with liquid sugar, and vice versa. Like if it says solid sugar, like a granulated sugar or brown sugar, stick with that. This recipe, you can use either. I've tested both. Brown sugar in the mix, maple for the frosting. Yes. Good job, Monty. The cape kills me every time you turn around and walk off. What do you mean? This is one of my favorite costumes. I mean, daily outfits. Okay. A little bit longer. Just unexpected. It came with a skirt as well, but the skirt was super uncomfortable on stream, so I just wear black pants. Activewear, activewear. Okay. Two-thirds of a cup of this. Safe and well-being, guys, was probably like, I initially typed that in Teams message by accident and deleted it and pasted the cake kills me every time. your people at work will be like, huh? Who's wearing a cape? Nito's workplace is into some kinky stuff. Okay. 1. When in doubt with brown sugar, compress. Okay, just put a hand on and compress. 133 grams. Let's make 135. There we go. Fabulous. And we need 1 egg, ovo. 1 egg. Guy secretly monitoring, IT guy secretly monitoring was probably like, meh. Most of us work from home, so imagine he was wearing a cape. Now he thinks I'm stalking him. All right. So like this, brown sugar. This is all perfect for Thanksgiving for all you North American folk. See, it's a different way of putting your sweet potato yams with brown sugar. You don't need to put them in marshmallows, just make it into a cake. Sweet potato casserole, done differently. Okay? Make sure you put some vanilla. Catch you later. If you're feeling a little bit sick, have some mint. Mint's good. Peppermint, good for nausea. Vanilla. Like that. Just make sure we got everything. Oh, we need to add some lightly salted butter. 115 grams. 125 grams, sorry. I misread it. Misread it. So half a cup of butter. If we can find the butter here. We don't have enough. Pump up the jam. Pump it up. So, for y'all who play ESO, what class are you? And tell me about your characters. The new class comes out on Monday, right? Am I right in thinking that? There we go. Chuck the butter in the buttered dish, like that. Oh, butter and crumbs. Okay. Butter, just put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Let's go 13 seconds. And then while we do that, we're going to take this out of the oven. Okay, so the thing is I wasn't prepared, and hopefully this doesn't melt my, should be fine. You should put it on a tray. Because, I don't know if this is gonna fit. Beautiful, cool. So, cool man, that's really what I wanted. Okay, so I'm so sorry that it's a bit overexposed. But basically, it's brown around the edges, lightly brown. going to take out these, the beans, and we're going to bake it for another 10 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes. Okay? Beautiful. Look at that. Check out that bad boy. Or Lady Lad Legend. Okay. So this is our fat element for our cake. So fat is going to add moisture, transport the flavour. It's going to make it yummy. How delicious does that look? Chunky butter. Nom, 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 nom. Hey, Silver Bullet. Buenos dias. Okay. Just making sure we've got everything. Flour, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, baking powder, baking soda, salt, pumpkin puree, butter, maple syrup, egg, vanilla. Bang, done. Loaf tin. So this is a loaf tin. This is a silicone loaf tin. Same. This will go a little bit browner and crunchier on the edges. This will be easy to remove, but these are like non-stick, so it's just as good. But these are fantastic to own as well. Okay. Cool. You can line if you want. That won't stick. Famous last words. So I'm gonna do this. But all you do is this. Like that. Okay. Crunch it up. Pop it in there. And you've lined your tin. You could spray it with a bit of oil, water if you wanted to. Helps it become a little bit more flexible. But that's all you need to do, like that. Fab. Now, here, just break up any large lumps. It's gonna look like weird and curdled, but don't stress, because once we add our flour mixture, it's gonna come together, okay? You could use a hand mixer if you want here, but just break up any big lumps. Lovely. Now add in half of the flour mixture. Give it a mix. Look at that. Starts to come together. Fold from, make sure you get the stuff from the bottom. What are the light bits? I was distracted. Butter. If you wanted to, you could blend. I just mentioned, because we mash the sweet potato, right? You could blend it so it's smooth, but you won't really notice when the cake is baked. Love the outfit. Thank you. All right. So this is our ash yam loaf. Our sweet potato bread. It's delicious. Okay, scrape the sides. You don't want to overwork it, just enough till it's combined. There's a big chunk of brown sugar that didn't dissolve. Cool, take that out. Oh, so good, guys. Spoon it or drop it in there, whatever you want to do. Look at that. Oh, another chunk of butter. Oh, not butter, brown sugar. Like that. Fabulous. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now put your bowl aside and grab your spatch, and then you just want to like level it off. You know, spread it around, make sure it's nice. Look at that. Wonderful. Great. Get in the nooks and crannies. Level off as much as you can. Get a little scrape down with your finger. Lovely. Delicioso. Okay. Bowl and sink. Wash your fingers. Now, into oven for about, what do we say here? Bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. Nope, that's not the wrong, right. It says, yeah, 20 to 25 minutes until it comes out semi-clean when you poked. Okay, now we're taking the other one out. What? Why did no one tell me it was International Donut Day? How do I need to be better at this. I'm a food blogger now. Okay, this is the pie. It's got a big bubble on it. It's no stress, so you just get your bubble. You can't really see, sorry. But you just push it down. Debubble it. Press it down. There we go. No stress. No stress. Let it cool down, and we're going to prepare our fillings, okay? So the things you'll need in same bowl from what we used before. It's one bowl mix. Easy peasy. Minimal dishes. You know me. I hate dishes. Okay. So the ingredients are pretty versatile. You don't want to add, there is a balance with quiche because it sets the right amount. So we've got 4 eggs, 4 chicken eggs, or 1 kwama egg. So if you're foraging around, you find a kwama egg, you just need 1. But if you don't have you can't get your hands on a kwama egg, or an egg, kwama egg, use 4 chicken eggs. Cool. Then we're also going to be doing some bacon, some brown, red, or yellow onion, garlic, of course, tomatoes, whipping cream, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, and salt. Okay? Delicioso. Okay. So red onion for me and tomato. You could put corn in here. You could omit the bacon if you're veggie. You could do some salami, whatever you like. That. And as I said, it's super versatile. We're going to use a fry pan just to cook our bacon, but you don't need to if you don't want to, okay? How did I not know it was International Donut Day? I feel like I've suckered myself out of something good. Alrighty. Ba-ba-da. Here we want 200 grams or a cup of this bacon. So I think it's 200 grams. Let's have a look. I use streaky bacon. Go. Knife. And then all we're going to do is go here, like that. Doo-doo. I just cut into strips. This. Oh, you know what we're going to have to do? Want my hands? Grab one of these. Take this way. Oh, it's a bit close. Let me take it away a bit. Is that better? I know you guys like to get up and close and personal. Okay. So chop the bacon. I'm all about when I cut chicken, bacon, proteins for most things. I like to not finely, but small chopped pieces, because then in each mouthful you get more variety if things are sliced smaller, rather than having like a massive, huge chunker piece of bacon. Let's just see, I'm pretty sure. So this recipe will be up on the website, that will be released this afternoon. I'm pretty sure. I'm going to put it on my social media post. But I'm just going to check with the Bethesda team how they're doing it. So it's like just over 1 cup. 1 1/4 cup. However much bacon you like. Okay. So we want our onion. So half a red onion, grab this, straight down the middle, bang, throw the other one out, okay? You only want really half. And then we're just gonna slice one way. Oh, this knife is a bit dull. Okay, slice one way, 3/4 of the way through, not all the way through. Rotate it, and then slice the other way. So we're cooking the bacon and the onion first, because we're going to cook the bacon until it's nice and crispy, and the onion is translucent. Caramelize it, releases more flavour. We're going to then cook the garlic for about 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, to make it more fragrant, before we then mix it with the egg and everything, and then put it into the pastry. So this is an important step, but it's not necessary if you're in a hurry. It's one of those things that I'd rather you do, but if you #lazy cook like me sometimes, it's kind of like slow cooking and not browning your meat. It'll work, but it just won't taste as good, okay? So I recommend to cook your bacon and onion first. And we're not doing our garlic straight away because we don't want to burn the garlic, okay? Crusher. So if you've been around here for a while, you'll know, but I'm going to tell everyone if you haven't. So to peel a garlic, you get your thumb and your forefinger on both hands, put them like this, and then wiggle like that, okay? And then your skin should just come off, and it peels really easily. So thumb and forefinger, wiggle like that, and then peels like a breeze. Fab? Okay, these garlics are a bit sad, so we'll get some different ones. I prefer the pink garlic, like the pinkish, just it's got more nutrients in it, and I think it's a little bit more like stronger. So, thumb and forefinger, and wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. And then your skin should just peel off, like that, breaks off. Cool, hey? Oh, sometimes you get a little bit. I just like cook a recipe that told me to not to brown first. Well, they're silly. What was it? Each to their own. I'm not gonna, someone says that and they don't think that that's necessary, that's fine. Chicken soup, cool. Chicken and not as much like Doesn't need to be browned as much as like beef. Will give you a lot more flavor, but I still like to. I don't always do it because sometimes I'm lazy. Can't be bothered. Beef 100% needs it. But you will notice a difference in color, like the depth of flavor if you don't brown. If you do them side by side. So, growing up, onion, garlic, and bacon frying in a pan was my childhood because the few good things that my mum makes often is quiche and goulash. Like my mum's version of goulash, my family's version of breakfast goulash, and that is the base is always onion, garlic, and bacon frying in a pan like this, and I could just eat this like just on its own. These 3 ingredients, just divine. Mum makes a lot of quiche and she always puts potato in it. A great way of bulking up and making the quiche go a bit further. I love it. But then she ruins it sometimes with tuna. Blech. All right, these are big boy garlic cloves. Quite big. So 2 to 3, depending on your preference. If you want, remember, everyone always says like, oh my God, when you see garlic in a recipe, you always double it. That's not true. It means that you aren't preparing the garlic properly, in my opinion. The more garlic flavor, if you want garlic to be enhanced, you need to crush it or mince it to release more allicin. So allicin isn't a chemical or an enzyme that's a chemical or an enzyme. Well, it's chemical that is released in the garlic as a defense mechanism, and that is that peppery flavor. If you want that to be enhanced, you should crush your garlic because it creates more destruction to the garlic clove itself. So you will notice the flavor will be much stronger if you crush it. Okay? Whoop. So release the allicin. Okay, here. Garlic. Make sure you scrape it like that. And then also, because they're peeled cloves, get the stuff from the inside too. So I usually stuff something in there. Bottom, the spatula works today. There we go. All right, so you just want to cook this for like a minute. Sauteing. The garlic is quite sensitive and it can burn quite easily, and then it takes on a really gross flavour. Nice. Look at that. Okie dokie. Here, we're just gonna turn the heat off there, and we're gonna add in all the other ingredients here. So, the bowl, tomato. So, again, diced tomato, roughly the same size as your bacon. Beautiful. Lovely. This knife is a bit dull, man. The Alice in Innocence project, nice, Cad. Fantastic. Okay, so into here we've got our tomato. We're going to add 4 eggs. Oh. go. 4 eggs. We want 1 cup of cheese. So grab your grater from when we made. Oh, it's over here. Okay. Grab your grater. I love this time of the year in the garden before it gets too wet, but man, the sun and the rain is perfect for weeds to grow. Oh, I've been looking at our garden because we did it. We weeded the garden. We removed a lot of stuff for the wedding in April, for my dad's wedding. And everything's like growing back now. And it's like, damn it. But it's too cold. Like it's too wet to then get out there and weed because you know, your knees will get wet and it's frustrating. And then like I want to do weed killer, but it's rainy. I like the potential of it raining and raining the weed killer before it does hits its peak effectiveness. Thank you, Ryan. All right, so a cup of cheese, cheddar, tasty cheese, sausage train. Proud of my snow peas. What's the sausage train, Stace? A little bit of parmesan. So we're gonna get a 1/2 cup of parmesan. So this is gonna give you nice richness, really lovely flavor. Iffy. Iffy got a sausage train? Sorry, I thought that maybe you meant to write in that in his. I was waiting for the, oh, I wrote it in the wrong chat. Okay, so what does the sausage train mean? Okay, so we need, I saw Cadmus and instantly thought of sausage. Okay. Cad, I also think of you, look at you and think of sausages. This is iffy messaging, by the way. Now it's me. Oh, I'm so confused. Hey, If, shouldn't you be streaming? The bread's gonna go down a bit. The oven was a bit too hot. That makes more sense. Okay, so cheese, 1 cup of cheese, 1/2 cup of parmesan, okay? And then we want 1/2 cup of whipping cream, heavy whipping cream. Just make sure this is good. It is good. He should, but he's eating, so stole my phone. Iffy, you have to be live in like an hour and a half at least for me to rage you. I don't want to be rating someone that's sleeping again. Will I be? Will you be live in an hour and a half? Because if you're sleeping, that's understandable. All right, a vinyl store. Ooh, no idea. Okay, cream. Okay, so we need to add in our pepper. Sausage, thank you, Anonymous, for gifting to Sausage Train. I appreciate it. What ingredient would I like to put in the thing? Can we get some mooses in the chat, please? Moose is in the chat. Moose is in the chat. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. like that. Moose is in the chat. Get the meese in the chat. Meese in the chat. Thank you for the gifted sub to Sausage Train. So as it is anonymous, I get to choose the ingredient. And I'm going to choose chipotle in adobo. Anonymous, thank you very much. Rum, could do rum. Could have. Sausage. No, but Ixie doesn't eat sausages. Okay. Thank you, Anonymous. She didn't pick sausage. If you want to see later what the sausage train is, if you said it's on his Twitter. As long as it's not a sausage party, then I'll come and join and look at it. But I don't do sausage parties. Okay, give it a mix, give it a mix. Whisk everything together, mix it, mix it. Blah, 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 blah. Look at that. Beautiful. And then we're gonna add in our other stuff. Oh, look at that, beautiful. This is going to be the best quiche you've ever had. It's the very best quiche that you ever did have. Well, you did say you love a cockatoo earlier, so hey. Don't you talk badly about my flatbirds. Oh, damn, that is very Allison-y. Oh, Allison is hardcore in there. Woo, that's peppery. Grab your patin. See? And the nice base. Basically, it should look like that, okay? That should be your patin. Thanks, Stace, for gifting to Sausage Party. Fitty. Let's get to our own sausage party. Had to join CAD. Oh God, don't join CAD. Stace, what ingredient would you like? Do you want sausages? Okay, so we add all of our ingredients, dump them in there, bang. Like that. I think it needs more egg. I tested it about 3 times with this amount of egg, but I feel like I want more egg today. Never harm to have more eggs, does it? When in doubt, like if you're worried about it setting, add more eggs. Because you can't, nothing bad can happen with more eggs. Join the first gift sub was anonymous? Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You just outed CAD as a moose. We all learned that when we think of him, we think of sausages. Okay. Whisk it to get the biscuit. That, just dunk it over there like that, and then just spread it around. So I added 6 eggs today. Because, you know, I'm all about changing my recipes last minute. Luminix, welcome in. Thank you very much. Exceed, no, we're like wondering if anyone would know what that alert was. All right, like that. Ladies, lads, legends. And that's what your quiche will look like. Beautiful. And then you get your last little bit of cheese if you want and just scatter it around like that. Beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, it sounds like Iffy. It's like they recorded him, the Gremlins. Okay. Now, take your, I think the cake can come out now. Not yet. Into here. And that's it. And that's it. Okay. Stace and Anonymous. I did think it was like a Murloc too. Is it music? Or is it? So, Stace, what ingredient would you like? And Anonymous. Someone in chat, make an suggestion. Suggestion. Did I press mute? Can you guys hear music? Someone make an alert. Pineapple. We had pineapple last time. ESO sauce. I don't know. I don't want to buy that. ESO sauce. I don't know if you can buy it in Australia. Can't hear music. Right now. I feel like I did something when I... We have reached the end of the music. And now we do a little jingle so we get our own music. Do, 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 do. I just got to be really careful because my singing voice is really good. It could be DMCA'd for Taylor Swift. Flip the tape over, you gotta blow it and then put it back in. Just you we can hear, which is all we need. Don't say that. Put so much pressure. Oh my God, I watched the VODs because the VODs are muted from no music. And there's so much emphasis on everything that I say. And like noises and sniffles and... Makes me super nervous. Okay. If we were making a cocktail, what do you think is very ESO-y? Obviously, mulled wine. Chicken stock. Veggie. Oh, I like Vegemite. That's a good one. You're human. You need to have the noises. Okay. Anonymous and Stace, thank you. Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah. Necrom comes out on Monday. It's our theming today. That's why I'm wearing this getup. The music is just paused. It's not paused. It's counting down for me. It's not paused. There's a timer here for me, and it's saying that the music is 2 minutes 43, 44. Now we can hear it. This is just Molly's grocery shopping attire, yes. I'll use, is that cash or card? It's card, lady. Can I use my my rewards points today? Do you want a normal ESO beverage or a weird one? Because they do things in game like whiskey with seaweed. Oh, that sounds like if you put a sausage in there, it's right up Cad's alley. GG Molly, you fixed it. Thanks. It was my assistant. Sweet slaughterfish tea. That's just for the evening though. It's not for daytime. The sun has to be down. And we need a special occasion to bring out the slaughterfish. They actually do have mulled wine, yeah. Green bananas with garlic. As a drink, that sounds delicious in a smoothie. Oh, yeah. I love green bananas and garlic. Perfect amount of potassium and allicin. They just go together so well. Cloudy mint chai. Wouldn't that just be milky tea? No, that one's a food. I know. Okay, so this Alison girl gets around. She goes well with everything. Okay, tea. Well, drink. What are we going to make? Do we want it to be... It's got to be disco cosmic horror. What do we think? What would the lizard drink? What would his be? What would his favourite be? I'm a sucker for video games with cooking recipes. Me too, if you haven't noticed. Love me a good themed recipe. Mead is the main drink. Well, I have my own mead. Should we make a cocktail with the Molly mead? We made it maybe about 3 years ago. It's been aging. Everyone's favourite ESO drink, Crown Crate refreshing drink, yes. Hot spiced wine, 1 bottle, Cabernet Sauvignon Blanc, raisins, dried cherries, toasted almonds, interesting. Cinnamon sticks. Neato burrito, let's go. Oh, mud nectar, rub it all over your body. Okay. I have a feeling that I poured all my mead out. It wasn't very good. Okay, I've got some, do I have red wine? We've got some Prosecco. Oh, you know how when people, like, I don't usually care too much when people mispronounce words, but there's one thing that my mum says that drives me up the wall, and she calls Prosecco. Mum, it's Prosecco. And she's like, I love Prosecco. I just, there's something about it I can't stand. Okay, the only thing that I have is a cheap, oh no, it's all right, some Shiraz. We got some Shiraz. Prosecco, yeah. The lizard would drink rice alcohol with seaweed. It's the Argonian mud nectar. Oh, okay. It's a chocolate milkshake, apparently. Oh, really? Argonian mud nectar is a chocolate milkshake. Now I'm confused. I thought the rice alcohol was seaweeds and Argonian mud nectar. I'm so confused. I would probably affect the flavour, but you could add some cornstarch to thicken it like blood. Yeah? I don't know how I feel about drinking a thick liquid though. But yeah. I don't know about you, but my blood's pretty runny. Maybe that vegetarian blood, it's just thick. If we drain a vegetarian, it's just, it doesn't run out, it drizzles out. Not as runny as wine though. You wanna look? It's pretty runny. Oh, coagulated and shit. It doesn't coagulate for like a while, like a few seconds. If you like drain blood and it sits there, it starts to coagulate after like a few seconds. In your body, it coagulates. If you cut yourself, it coagulates quicker than it does like dried blood. My blood don't dribble, it clots. Yeah. You guys are disgusting. Okay, so give me your, no, I shouldn't say gimme. Excuse me, kind lady, lass, would you please describe the recipe of the drink, the beverage to me? We got wine. This is Shiraz, Grant Berge Shiraz. Clot is one of those words you can see. Yeah. Yep. Yep. If you say blood clot, it straight away comes to your mind. I agree with that. That's a portion for ants. Let's add a little bit more. Shiraz, me lady, we drunk already. Shiraz. How do you say it? Shiraz. Shiraz. Oh, they were just saying it's a chocolate milkshake because of the mud. It's what was said earlier, the rice wine with seaweed eel. Oh, okay. Rice wine with seaweed. Isn't it like rice wine is sake? Ooh, it's very Japanese. The lizard's Japanese origin. Okay, Nito, what have we got? Spices? Some cinnamon sticks? Iffy. What kind of beverage you like? And what kind of character are you playing at the moment? Okay, raisins, dried cherries, almonds, and honey. I'll be back. Because the back kitchen isn't very good. So you're not coming in here today. You're banned for a bit. Okay. I don't have raisins. I have cranberries, so they'll do. They'll gotta do. It's a red potion. Just make a restoration potion. Every game, every video game just has a random red potion, or usually a red and a blue potion. That's like mana and health. I've done a few in my time. Red is health, blue is mana. Okay, so that's cranberries, cherries, ease clap, blue is magic always. And then you can use the plumped up kicks or the plumped up berries to then make your hot cross buns from the website. Strawberry, yeah. A little bit of honey, cinnamon sticks, cloves, nutmeg, okay. Get some cloves. Them. Stamina green, okay, or yellow, all right. Some nutmeg. You know what you should do with nutmeg? Mix it with your coffee next time. Cinnamon, nutmeg, and cardamom with your next cappuccino. It'll blow your mind. Bye, Iffy. Be good. Okay, I think the cake's ready now. A loaf cake, I mean. No, still not ready. In the middle. God, it tastes so good though. Simmer for 15 minutes. It won't be bad. It'll be good if anything, because you can't really screw up soaking wine with fruit. We'll probably dilute it with a little bit of, you could add juice or water. Add a little bit of water if you want to dilute it a little bit. So it's not intense. And everyone's like, no, Molly, you don't dilute the wine. Or needs more. The Shiraz is a little bit dry. I'm not a massive fan of honey in this. I'd rather add brown sugar. No, don't apologise. Is he streaming that game today? Honey makes you sticky. Honey makes you funny. That's what my grandma always said. Yeah, cool. All right. No worries. All right. Look at these. Plump up fruit. You better run, run from my hate. Okay. So, the vessel that will serve it in today is one that was sent to us by P. Swanatron. I love themed vessels and themed stuff, if you didn't know. Oh gosh, where is there? So this one I don't know, like I found this at the op shop, right? I don't know if it's made out of pewter. I don't think it's food safe anymore. But this one was sent to me from Peace One. I love this type of thing. These are really great for food photos and theming. I love this, but I don't think it's food safe anymore. If anyone knows anything about, it's green inside. How I can like replate it or something. But look how dope that is. Look how cool that is. And then you guys know, I know you guys love these. I love like medieval props. Stuff to do theme streams with. So have you ever seen anything at like an op shop or, you know, old school utensils, stuff like that? Send me photos. Let me know. I'm always looking out for stuff. All right. Okay. So I've decided that I really like this and I'm going to add more wine because, or more. And I should be simmering it, not boiling it. It tastes so good. I don't know why, because he doesn't like mulled wine or mulled cider. He's crazy. It's so good. Oh, yeah. It's something really good you can make in your slow cooker or your pressure cooker with all in together. I have a recipe. You can add a little bit of triple sec or brandy in there as well, boost it up. A bit of cognac. And also you make it like, so you simmer the spices and then refrigerate it and then serve it with ice. And it's like a sangria. Let me just wash this out. The good thing about this comes out. There we go. So you can clean it, put it in the dishwasher. Better run, better run. McMorgo. Hey. I've had Iffy up since New Year's when he started his 24-hour streams and I forgot the pop that he pops in here. He does. Unfortunately, no. No, we love Iffy. He's a good human. We love Stace more, obviously. All right. I love mulled wine, except sometimes bars make it used to shit. Yeah. I agree. But they should sell it for really cheap. Like sometimes you go to cafes and stuff or bars and they, like a pub, and they should sell it for like $5 to $8 a glass. It uses the scregs, like it doesn't use good wine, it's cheap ingredients. All right, just straining it in there like that. Beautiful. That. Delicious. And then I'm gonna try for a new recipe this week. I'm going to make the alcoholic version of cleaning the fridge, yeah. These are sublime. Oh my God. So for my hot cross bun recipe, I want to convert that to make fruit bread because like Exceed likes fruit toast. My family like fruit toast. So instead of cooking them in bourbon, I think we cook them in wine this time. How many like fruit toast? Because at this time of the year, my family, growing up, always had fruit toast, fruit bread. No, Nito. I don't usually like dried fruit. Cranberries and cherries like the only thing. This is insane. Yum. Do you know what I'm also thinking? The problem is, I always think up for the website, sweet desserts, not savory stuff. But I'm thinking, I could do like an apple and stewed, mulled wine fruit crumble, like cherries, sultanas, cranberries with apple, and make a crumble. That would be amazing. This is really good. Wow. I like the fruit more than I like the wine. Woo. Let me find a better glass so you can see. I don't have like a cool glass vessel. This is double walled. This will be okay. I'm glad you liked the recipe. I totally made it myself and didn't borrow from the internet. Thanks for sharing. Look at that. If you put this in the background, it looks medieval. Damn. Can you see the steam coming off them both? Look at that. That is pretty epic. It's a little bit hot to drink. Let's have a taste. I can't get close because all the fumes from the wine. Just could not breathe. Oh God, that's so good. It's very strong. I would need to dilute this. Oh. Ooh, this would be nice. So one of the ladies that works at Bethesda, Kim, likes wine, like mulled wine, but she likes it really sweet. So this would be right up her alley. Because I remember we made some recipes 2 years ago for a charity. We did some charity recipes, and one of them was, it was ESO. I'm pretty sure it was ESO stuff. One was mulled wine, and it wasn't sweet enough, and she didn't like it. How did it all go? The wine is good. She's lovely. She's very sweet. Both of the team, Adele is really, this is the first time, like the first year that we worked with her. And the team is so lovely. And I think that's what makes it even better. There might be games where I don't necessarily play them or I don't know too much about them, or there's some controversy around the game or something. But I always choose to look at the people who making the game, and the reason why I want to help market or help promote the game is because of the people who make it, who have been dedicated for years of their life to create and bring the game to market. And just if you know, we can be involved with that. It's just there's so much gratitude on our half. Like obviously we do work and you know we get paid and things like that. That's great. But to be able to work with the teams who are just so passionate about what they do and they love the games and they love the ideas, the creativity that we have and we can collaborate with. Like I think I'm very, very lucky that they're so great and they are very supportive of us and you know the things that we come up with and yeah, we want to work hard for them. I didn't know you were here. They made me nervous. All right, quiche looking good. Bread looking good. Caught saying nice things. Now I'm going to say nice things. No kidding. All right. Loaf bread. I mean, I hate them, but there's the people. Kidding. All right. Big ups for the unprepared, unplanned mulled wine. Good one. Okay, this is our loaf cake. And I know it doesn't look as pretty at the moment, but wait till we put our frosting on it and it'll be good. Okay. So this is the bad boy. We got a bit of a crevice going on, but don't stress. When you got an imperfection, you fix it with frosting. Got an imperfection, you fix it with frosting. Load the frosting on and nobody notices. Dun, 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 dun. That's my jingle for today, okay? Oh, sweet ash yam. Slathering myself in frosting. Just, you need to cover your sausage. Oh, no one will get that family friendly. See, it's not my fault that Stace and Iffy came in talking about cad and sausages. All right, take this bad boy out. Pew! Family friendly. So, you're gonna thank me for that recipe. It's delicious. This one, I'll tell you what's in it, but I'm not gonna I don't have a planned recipe for this yet. But one day it will come out and you'll be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. This can be made with pumpkin or sweet potato, okay? So it looks like that. And I know it looks pretty crappy at the moment, but you wait till it cools down and we get to drizzle it. Or no. Do you want thick frosting that's like swirly and sexy, or do you want a drizzle? Or both? What do you think? What kind of frosting do we want? You want a thick like buttercream frosting? What do we want? I'll take that off because I can. Thick frosting. Okay, so this is what it looks like inside. So think of like, yeah, look, see? Look how great that looks. There we go. So this is what it looks like inside. So you think of like banana bread but with sweet potato or kind of like pumpkin spice. That's what it tastes like. It's not fluffy, but it's not dense. It's like more moist. And it's beautiful. Warming spices, cinnamon, clove, ginger, nutmeg. Yum. A little bit crisp on the outside, which I love. And then more moist inside. I'm going to slice it up later. And the frosting. All right. Pull up. Thick and sexy drizzly. Poll is up. You want thick and sexy or drizzly? Drizzle, drizzle. Okay, now we just gotta wait. My vote doesn't want to submit. What do you want to vote for? All right, drizzly. Thick and sexy is the way it goes, and then I'll drizzle something on top if you choose thick and sexy. Okay, it seems to be me that I've already made up my mind, and I'm just waiting for you guys to confirm my answer. All right, silicone mat away. Look at that clean bench. You can eat off that. Woo! I fixed it. All right, I'm going to pop this in the fridge. We didn't confirm anything. You guys suck. All right, I'm going to pop this in the fridge just to help it, or freezer to help it cool down quicker. I'm going to make our frosting. Okay. What's that? What happened? Margot, thank you for gifting to Bethesda. We appreciate that. Thank you very much. Margot, what would you like to choose for the mystery box? I just want to show you something else. So imagine that in medieval times, if you're living in Morrowind, right? And like your mum has made, your mum's made some mulled wine and you're like, oh, it's a really hot day, mum. I don't want to have mulled wine. This is what you can do. You go to Kmart and you grab yourself one of these. So we're going, with Necrom, we're going back to Morrowind. Like that. Okay. So. Oh, I just stabbed myself with ice. Okay. So imagine your mum's made, but it's too hot. It's too hot for mulled wine, okay? So you want something fancy. Look at this. But you go to the medieval Kmart and buy ice trays. Yeah, to put in your medieval freezer. Yep. Okay, so look at this. I don't know if, hopefully this doesn't break the glass because of the temperature change. Just bear with me, okay? You get the eyeballs of your enemies. Okay? The local wizards. Clip-on fingers buttons. Like that. There we go. And then you grab some of this fruit. This is me filling time. I'm like a Dota 2 esports commentator. I'm a time filler. There we go. A little bit of fruit in there. Is pomegranate molasses out of bounds? No, because I've got it in my pantry. I can definitely do that for you. Are you ready? Oh, why does it always do that? When you pour something, you're trying to pour it slowly, it goes down the glass. I need a spout. All right, keep watching. That never happened. Physics. Shut up with you, physics. Okay, ready? I'm going to sit here so you can't see green. Ready? Please don't break the glass. Please don't break the glass. Please don't break the glass. Look at that. You know what we didn't do? We didn't add glitter. Guys, we didn't learn anything from the last stream. You always have to add glitter. Wait. Ready? Look at that. Yeah. Glitter, glitter, glitter. Ready? Ooh, Now, what do you think of the drink? Don't ooh and ah at me. What do you think of the drink? Probably wasn't the right vessel for it, but I still think it looks pretty cool. This is your iced mulled wine. Delicioso. There we go. I don't, never making a cocktail, oh gosh, now, I'm never making a cookbook again, but you know what I would do? I would do like a cocktail cookbook. I love making cocktails. Oh God, that is amazing. No more cookbooks? No, that's why we're on the website. Because the costs of printing and shipping are ridiculous. And we lost so much money on the cookbooks. Pretty, what is the gold stuff? It's called Luster Dust. This is the brand Barco. Fine sheen copper, but the actual product is called Luster Dust. So you always do like a different color than gold, silver turn up the best in the drinks and things like that. You want to do like a contrasting color. So like see that? And then if you just give it a little bit of a stir, my pewter little thing, like that. Luster Dusty Anagonian Maid. Can do. Not mud. We didn't like the mud name. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? I feel like we're just repeating what we did for the red fall stream, but it's different, okay? It's same, but different. It's red wine, not cranberry juice. And it's lizards, not vampires. Oh my God, I nearly choked. Sparkly clots. Okay? Possibly you could call it that. It's okay, I know Bethesda appreciated that joke even though nobody else did. Luster Dusty Argonian Maid. What would you prefer, guys? Luster Dusty Argonian Maid or Sparkly Clots? Cad or Nido? Miss Molly's new trivia team name, Sparkly Clots. Cool. All right. Ooh! We're nearly there. Oh God, we're gonna make the, guys, we're gonna stop. We're gonna get back onto track because we need to make the frosting because the quiche is nearly ready. Oh, has to be a maid reference. What's the maid reference? What is the maid reference? Okay, frosting. So we need a bowl like this, and we need a hand mixer. Okay. We're going to put pecans on top later. Pecans. Explain the made thing. Like that. Cool. Okay, here is butter. Let me read the recipe out for you. So in case there's anyone at home making this. Okay, so we need 120 grams of butter softened. Oh, the lusty Argonian maid. Oh, is it a person? In Tamriel, there exists a play titled The Lusty Argonian Maid, various pages of which you can find as law. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay. All right, so half a cup of butter, 125 grams. And you've got to really try hard not to eat this frosting before the cake comes cool enough because it is delicious. Okay, so I'm just going to nuke it for like 5 seconds because it's a little bit cold. And Q, everyone being like, you just can't put a metal bowl in the microwave, and I say, yes, I can. Because I am the best. Okay. Here. Here. And you want icing sugar, I forgot. Wait, what? Yeah. It doesn't arc unless if it's insulated. My metal bowls are insulated. I'm a magician. They have to be thick. If they're thicker, they don't arc. Everyone who told you that's a liar. You get thick bowls, they don't arc. Okay, so a cup and a half of frosting. Powdered icing sugar, sorry. You know. Like that. So. Maple syrup, quarter of a cup. Give it a little taste. Needs more maple. Ooh, drizzle. Okay, then we're also going to add a little bit of spice in here because you got to go hard. You got to go hard or you go home. So we're going to add 3/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. More. Some ginger, nutmeg, a little bit of salt. Okay. Nutmeg. A little bit of there. So how much is that? 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg and a little bit of gingerbread. A bit of ginger. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. Beautiful frosting. And then last one on this, a little bit of milk, or I do a little bit of cream. Just to lighten it up, makes it a little bit more spreadable. Just about a tablespoon. Beautiful. Okay, the quiche is done. It's just sitting there to finish. Oh, we'll wait, keep going. Okay. This. Lovely, have a taste. Oh God, so good. Flick it. Wipe your beaters. I don't know if about you guys, but I always have a fear of beaters, like turning back on and getting my fingers, like, I think that's one of the things that was instilled in me from a young age, that you can't touch the beaters, especially the power, like if they're plugged in, because it'll chop your fingers off. Even though, like, pretty sure you're like it'll just stop, like they don't have enough power to keep going if they get your fingers, like, but it's one of those irrational fears. Because I don't think they're strong enough to actually do much harm to your hand. But maybe it does. Yeah, but I don't want to test it either. Yeah. So I always think, oh, I don't care about unplugging it, but then I make myself super uncomfortable. Hello everyone, welcome in. Beanie Weenies, come on in, pull up a chair. How you been? We're doing a Elder Scrolls Online theme stream to celebrate the release on Monday of Necrom. So today and Monday or Sunday night if you're in North America, we're doing Elder Scrolls themed food. Today we've got a kwama egg quiche in the oven we're about to take out. And then we're just doing some ash yam, or basically sweet potato bread with a maple frosting. How you doing, Zeph? Thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in everyone. Please pull up a chair, sit back, relax and enjoy the stream. Zelda, was it good? Are you enjoying it? Thank you so much for bringing your community over. Guys, if you don't know our wonderful friend Zeph, she is phenomenal. She's a ray of sunshine in your life and you need to go and follow her. Hit the follow button. It's so good. I love to hear that. Oh, I'm contemplating getting it. But I got to get through some work stuff first. So, because I know I'll get distracted. All right. This is our kwama eggs quiche that will be released this afternoon, this recipe. Look at this. I don't know why it's so overexposed. But it will start to flatten, as it cools out, it will start to flatten out. Let me just change the ISO. There we go. ISO is set at 500. There we go. What do you think? No, it's a bit too dark. Oh my God, Molly. It looks good on the screen. There we go. Look at that. So this is bacon, cheese, tomato quiche with homemade pastry, which takes it to the extra level. Very, very amazing, if I do say so myself. That's one thing about doing theme streams and the opportunity to create recipes for games. It really gets me out of my comfort zone, and I try really hard to create, not that I always, like I don't always, but it makes me create recipes I don't usually make. This is the second quiche I've ever made in my life before I created this recipe. And I've eaten a lot of quiche in my life, and it's sublime, if I do say myself. Very simple, really packed with protein, cheesy, and the pastry is extra. Always makes me sad when the souffle or quiche comes out pretty and puffy and then deflates. Yeah, look at it. It's sinking. But we'll take it out in a minute. It's meant to be rustic. I might make this with meat-free bacon. Yeah, or you could just make it with veggies, like extra corn. You could do broccoli, you could do anything. And because at the end of the day, when in doubt, add more eggs, and then it's gonna boost it and give it more texture. If you do the recipe with the 6 eggs, it'll be enough. But if you wanna add more filling as a binder, add it like an egg or 2. This is an 8-inch or a 20-centimeter pie casing. You can use the recipe I created for the homemade pastry, or use short crust or store-bought pastries, easy as well. All right, so what I'll do is I'll take this out of the tin and you'll be able to see it before. I was really nervous using these. Using these tins, because I always get nervous if they actually gonna hold together, you know what I mean? So basically you do this, put that there, and like that. There we go. I do apologize, for the stream we had to increase the brightness of the lights. Everything's a little bit overexposed. Oh, I wanted to put it on. What do we think? So some of you might know I grew up on a farm in the West Australian wheat belt, and for my engagement party, exceeding my engagement party, my cousin gave us these, and these are pieces of wood that were from our home farm. This is red gum. See if we can. And so they're serving platters and stuff from the local wood. So I like the theme. Yeah. Look at that. It's a bit cute, isn't it? There we go. And then all you need to do is grab yourself forage from your local forest around Morrowind. Get yourself some greenery. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. That is your kwama egg quiche a la Molly. Flaky pastry. We'll wait for it to cool and then we'll cut it open and I'll show you what's inside. What do we think? Get some in the chat. Get some in the chat. In the chat. Yeah. Get some in the chat. In the chat. Yes. Thanks, legends. All right. So we'll just move this away. Like that? Okay, so this is your pie, your ash yam loaf, right? Right. Now, grab yourself your frosting that we made a minute ago. All possibility here that it starts to melt, okay? And you didn't see this, there's nothing happened here. Because it might be the internal temperature still a bit warm. See, you've got big air bubbles here. Ideally, you would like use a paddle or a spatula just to knock them out, but it's okay. It's okay. All right. So all you want to do, see, I told you, frosting covers all the crappy bits. Makes it look nice and even. So you want to do some swoops. Look at that. And then all I do is just create, where you can, create like some texture. So some swoops like that, right? Fab. And we want to do I would do this for like 20 minutes to get this how I wanted it for a photo. Like that. And then you go like this. Can you see? Some pecans. All right. Easy. All right. Now, we got thick frosting, like I said. Probably should put it on a lower thing. Okay. Ready? I really like the styling of it, but you'll have to do. Are you ready? I need some readies, please, for that drizzle, drizzle. That drizzle. I think I want to change tins. Hold on. There we go. That's a bit better. All right, we've got 4 readies. It looks so naked. Mum, icing don't drizzle, it cuts. Yep. You didn't make these vampire jokes and blood jokes when we did vampire stuff for Redfall, and they're all coming out for Necrom. All right, ready? Look at that. What do we think? Mms in the chat. Mms in the chat. Mms in the chat. Mms in the chat. Look at that. What do we think? I need to stand here so you can't see green. With my, I'll put my cape out because Nita loves it so much. What do we think? Ash yam loaf ain't got nothing on this because this is an ash yam loaf. Look at that. And then, so sweet potato bread with maple frosting and pecans and kwama eggs quiche. Keep saying risotto because if you know, you know. Look at that. Yum. And then finally, blood and clots. What is this? Clotsalicious. Clotsageddon. I like big clots. What's this? No, this is the maid. The maid, mud maid. God, that's good. Luster Dusty, Argonian Maid. There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Luster clots. So, before I cut them open, tell me which you like better. Choose one of my children. What do you like better? Ash yam, kwama egg, or the Minute Maid, Luster Dusty Maid? What do you like better? Choose my children. Quiche, cake, quiche, cannot choose. The only thing that matters here is Bethesda. Bethesda, who do you choose? Who do we think? I'd do quiche if I had to pick one. Okay. Good ball. Oh, it's like that. It's like that. Like that. It's like that. Both? No, you can't do both. Then there's three. There's not both. There's three. Quiche. Mocktail. Cocktail. I don't know if I'm allowed to do cocktail, so I have to call it a mocktail until we get confirmation. The mocktail. Or the ash yam. Can't do all of them, gotta pick one. There is no other choice. So politically correct of you to choose both, all. Diplomatic. I love an alcoholic mocktail. Okay. So, which one do we cut first? Seeing as though I think that the quiche is the best, but this is the prettiest. See what I did there? This will taste the best, but this looks the best. Okay, cut the drink first. Okay. Doesn't cut very well. I have all three in one bite. Maybe. See how we go. All right. Are you ready? I'm going to get everything out of the way while I do this. So much pressure. I always use a serrated knife, but it sometimes doesn't work anyway. You just crack the pastry because the pastry's so flaky. Okay. Rotate it, potato it. Okay. Oh my God, it's working. Oh, yes. Look at that hand part. Look at that. Pretty good bottom. Look at that. Kwama egg quiche, guys. Look at that slice. Look at those cross-sectional layers. Flaky pastry. Crack that off. Ready? Mmm, crunch. Look at that. Bowler. I just proved it. Look at the flaky. Look at that. Oh, the pastry is so flaky. It's created 2 layers of the base. Mmm. Oh. Oh. I love you. So good. Because the hint of the Parmesan adds like really banging cheese flavor. Whereas the tasty cheddar adds like creaminess and like a bit of cheese pull. And a bit of like color on the top. But the Parmesan is like the real star. Mmm. Mmm. Oh, so good. Oh, it's so good. I can't tell you how good it is. So you're gonna have to make it. The recipe will be released today. It's so easy. Literally, a lot of you should have eggs, onion, bacon, or ham, or salami, garlic, tomatoes, cream, cheese. That's like real simple. And then the pastry is just flour, salt, butter, and water. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Magnificent. You could even make it without the pastry. I'm coming out with a recipe this weekend on the website, which is very similar to this, but it's a frittata with hash brown in it. Yum. Sublime. Beautiful. Magnifique. I was going to say magnifique and magnificent at the same time. Didn't come out. Good, Bell, hold on. We're still got to do this. You can't go now. I won't let you. Okay. Are you ready? Okay. Ready? Cut it with the same knife. Just wipe the knife. Hey, Chester. All right, the first slice is going to have like a whole lot of frosting on it. Look at that. Look at that. You would never know there's sweet potato in there. Moist, succulent. Magna quiche. I like that. Look. The frosting. How amazing does that look? You could use pumpkin as well if you didn't want to make it yam. Let's have a taste. Drizzly all over my fingers. Yes. It doesn't really taste like it's got maple syrup down my throat. Does happen when you swallow. It doesn't taste like sweet potato. It tastes like more like your pumpkin spice. A little bit of sweetness. Kind of like banana bread, but a little bit sweeter and fluffier. Crunchy of the nuts is good as well. I think we did a winning stream, if I do say so myself. What do you guys think? Look at that. Exceed and I are going to be eating well this weekend. Butter. See, that's why you got the frosting. You could do butter if you wanted to. But look at that. Magnifique. Magnifique. Very happy with that. And then very much happier with this, because this is spectacular and this is the recipe that I'm releasing. Thank you to Bethesda. I'd never really made a proper quiche before, so I'm really glad that I got that opportunity to get out of my comfort zone to make a quiche. I know it sounds silly, but I've never really done it before. My mum's always made the quiches, and you know when you like don't know if you don't think you like something. I actually really love quiches because I love pastry. And then look at this, the beverage. Refreshing. Mulled fruit drink turned into cold fruit drink, and quiche, and that yam loaf. Amazing. Mini quiches in a muffin tray. Well, we have the egg bites in First Things First. I created a recipe of egg bites, but not really quiche. So, yeah. I'm very happy. But most importantly, remember, the game's out on Monday. There's a thing you can click in the panels down below. Click that for more information on Elder Scrolls Necrom coming out on Monday. 30 hours of content, new class, a lot of fun, and a lot of good food. Recipe we released this afternoon, as well as there's another one coming out on Monday, and they're pretty cute, but I do say so myself. So kwama egg, I keep saying risotto because it's another recipe I made for, I use kwama scrib risotto. This is kwama egg quiche. And then next week we've got malt chocolate cupcakes with chocolate buttercream and like hot chocolate buttercream and mushroom decoration. So the cosmic horror theme, when you go outside of Morrowind, there's the kind of the theming is very like foresty, and there's mushrooms growing, like wild mushrooms. So we're going to show you some fondant mushrooms for fun decoration, but the cupcakes themselves are delish. So yeah, Necrom. Can you plate the quiche again? Looks amazing. I want to see the inside. Oh yeah, I can show you the inside. Don't. Did you lick that? Oh, now you're freaking out. Now you're freaking out because they can see you now. I can extend. Oh, hold on. Just got to get a plane of focus. There we go. Oh, now you can't see him. Now he jumps up again. See his tail? So that's why he shakes like side to side. You can't eat it. You can't eat it. He's trying to lick this. And he wants me to drop this in his mouth, I think. This is Chester. It's the inside of the quiche. It's so good. What do you think, Chew? Bye, crocodile. Oh no! I just lent into the frosting. Put on my apron. Give the boys some treats. Have you been good? Put it in my reach. Yeah. Remy. Come on. He just got out of bed, so he's stretching. Remy. Can you give me a paw? Here. Sit. Good boys. Good boys. Wash my hands. They're very good boys. Rome's gone out of the kitchen, but he's peeking behind the kitchen bench. You can see half his face because he's seeing if I'm giving Chester any more food. So he can come back if necessary. These are good boys. All right. So that's it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that everything worked out. The timing was really good and I love it. So let's see who we can raid who's playing Elder Scrolls. Do you guys enjoy yourselves? Did you like the food? Do you have a DOTD? Dish of the day? DOTD. Thank you. I'm very excited to eat this. But there's one day I'm going to come over and I'm going to cook for you. And I'm going to make you choose. Is Ms. Redcore still playing? I just saw it on here. He's back. I must have dropped some frosting on the bench, like fronts of the bench. He's licked the DOTD cake, very close followed by the quiche. Quiche because I never make it and it looks so good. Food thief alert, yes. He's Elder Scrolls Online. There we go. MS Radcore War. There we go. All right, guys, let's copy and paste the raid call message. Mrs. Radcore, final housing tours. We're gonna jump over and raid her. She's an Australian. We love them. I'm one of them too, occasionally. Thank you everyone for being here. Next stream, another Necrom stream. We're making our cupcakes and we're also gonna be doing some tomato soup, roasted tomato soup. So we're gonna be making it fun. 2 days, 20 hours. Thank you to Bethesda for sponsoring today's stream and Monday. We're very, very, the dogs are barking. Cool. Love that, love that. That's still not working, but if you supported the stream today, resub, gift subs, Anonymous, thank you so much for THA and K. Can't hear the song over there barking, I'm sorry. Thank you for those that have supported the channel today. Got yourself an entry into the Fiesta Bowl for next month. Copy and paste the raid call message. Take care, brush your hair, be good to yourself and those around you. Enjoy a fun weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye. Gotcha.